Oh, we're fucking blowing it.
And then there's a USB extender right here. See it? Yeah. Are we back?
Isaiah Simmons to the Cardinals.
We're missing shit. Isaiah Simmons, wow. Isaiah Simmons to the Cardinals. I don't get what the problem is over here.
I think we're back.
I think we are back, but...
We are back.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Simmons to the Cardinals with the 8th pick.
Keep it over there, probably.
We gotta do it for him.
Right. Thanks, Pete.
You're welcome. Clemson, linebacker.
Isaiah Simmons taken. That Clemson linebacker.
Safety, nickel.
Best
back.
available player. Sorry, guys. I've live streamed the last 3 weeks for longer than this. We haven't had a single problem, so I don't know what's going on. But
It's the corona.
I think it's the Corona's fault, and yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. What the hell? Yeah, Simmons to the Cardinals. Simmons just went to the Cardinals. We're gonna take him off the board. It's kind of like it's a surprising pick. I mean, it's a guy that you can't really let pass, but we just didn't expect him to land with the Cardinals. So I guess it's kind of interesting pick.
Now, wasn't there rumors of the Jacksonville going with the quarterback here?
They wanted to trade up. Was it for a quarterback? Was it for Jeff Okudah? Was it for a tackle? We've heard kind of all of it. So CeeDee Lamb's the best player available, a receiver, and the second best player available is another receiver, Jerry Jeudy. We see a lot of receivers on the screen there.
Thank God that teams didn't blow it and just let the Jags have Isaiah Simmons. Thank God.
So what are the Cardinals going to do with Isaiah Simmons? That's the question here. They got Jordan Hicks, and they have Devondre Campbell on the inside. They have on the outside, they have Chandler Jones, and we would think Devon Kennard. But Simmons can kind of give you both of those. He can kind of play both those spots. You can line him up at slot corner. You can line him up at safety. It's just, you got to respect the Cardinals. Like, it wasn't a need, but you just cannot pass up on that talent. So you got to respect the Cardinals there. Yeah. So it's just a weird.
Too easy.
We didn't really expect Isaiah Simmons to actually land on the Cardinals, so it's interesting. But it's just, too good to pass at that point.
Oh, give me the ball, Armstrong.
Why is there 3 different live streams?
Let's take a look.
Well, it probably gives you the option to click on the old ones.
Yeah, it's probably like a replay.
It's probably like a replay because we went down like 3 times or 2 times.
So click on the newest one.
Or the one that says live. It shows Cardinals on the clock. What's wrong with you?
Huh?
Background.
The Jags are on the clock.
Jags are on the clock.
5 minutes in counting for the Jags. You see a receiver is the best available player. Could they go receiver? Could they go CeeDee Lamb here? What'd you say?
Those are some tight pants.
That's Pete's fashion takes.
Tight.
No, that's fashion.
No, that's
No, they're
fashion.
tight, man. They're tight.
Tight.
It's tight, man. I like this Isaiah Simmons, man.
I like this Isaiah Simmons guy, man. He was an elite grade for me, top 3 overall. The Cardinals get a good one, just too good to pass. Interesting to see what they do with them. Num range, do you think teams are scared to trade up this year? I just don't think they can get. I think teams are afraid to trade back. I think that's what it is. I think the Lions were afraid if they traded back, were the Falcons or the Jags going to hop over them and take Jeff Okudah. That was the scare there. 4th pick, the Giants. I don't think the Giants had too many takers actually on that one because the teams that wanted to come up wanted quarterbacks. The Jags might have wanted to come up for Okudah. Okudah's already off the board, but the reason the teams for the quarterback didn't get up there is because they felt like they can stay put and get their guy because the 3rd pick wasn't traded for. So I think that'd be the reason. And after that, we didn't expect any trades. So it kind of makes sense that after the Lions pick wasn't traded, that I'm not surprised after the fact that more trades. But I'm surprised that there wasn't one at least.
What did Levine tweet over there?
Levine's tweeting about Raider Nation.
Oh, he's with Raider Nation, Levine over there? What's that guy doing?
I'm done with him. I'm done.
Trade him. Who are these Jags getting? Who are they getting?
The Jags are getting, they can go CeeDee Lamb. It wouldn't be surprising.
I would not be happy.
Yeah, as a Titans fan, you wouldn't be feeling it. Yeah, this is strange. It could be C.J. Henderson. We've been hearing about C.J. Henderson's probably going to go top 10. I don't really agree with that.
A.J. Brown ain't scared of that.
What I would do here, I mean, they could go left tackle because Cam Robinson's going to be a free agent next year, and he isn't, he could get better there. We're looking white right now.
We're looking white.
It's because the thing rebooted, and it's not at the correct
Pigment.
pigment. What?
Yeah,
We
get
need
some
the
tan on your
contrast, and we need to take the brightness.
Oh, that's
down
the wrong
a little
thing.
Bit. Our graphics guy really needs to get on this.
face. He got fired. Chat knows.
The chat does know, and we got to turn the autofocus off. It's always on by default every time you open it up. So we're looking crisp now.
There
We're
we
looking
go.
crisp. We're ready for the Jags pick. C.J. Henderson, could it be? I think it's too early to take Henderson, but
Nerd.
whoa, upside guy. C.J. Henderson's an upside guy. The traits are there. He can press.
Juice.
He, has a real good break on the ball, real good. But he has some things he needs to work on. So he has things that you can't really coach, and he has some things that teams view they can coach. So that's why teams are high on him. So C.J. Henderson could be the pick. Javier Carrera, $2.99. Thank you. He's been a long time supporter of the channel. Really appreciate you. Mad at the Chargers pick. Shout out, guys. Yeah.
Shouts out Will Greer.
Remember when I shouted out Will Greer for helping me win fantasy? That was beating this guy back here. He
Not
liked it.
happy about that.
I had the Colts defense. I saw Will Greer was going to be in. I saw the Colts defense sitting there in free agency. I went ahead and picked him up. Will Greer threw him the ball a few times, and
to see it.
got me the win. Naheem Hines. So you got to shout out Naheem Hines for the.
Shouts out Naheem Hines.
Thanks for the donation, Javier Guerrera. Her pick is. I mean, you heard the Oregon Insider. He. What was it? First class bus?
First class bus.
I mean, that's just once it's facts. It's I don't make the decisions. The Oregon Insider, I guess, does. So it's 100%. First class. I can't wait to watch that back. Oh boy.
What's with that hat?
What was underneath this hat? Looked like he had a pillow under there.
What's in the hat?
Who the Jags taking, Chad? Who are they
He had
taking?
a rabbit in his hat.
I would take CeeDee Lamb here. But you can't go wrong with the left tackle. Any of the tackles. You can't go wrong.
I thought they had good tackles.
They could get a replacement for Robinson. He's a free
Robinson
agent.
And Juwan Taylor.
Oh, Juwan Taylor set at right tackle. That's good. Giesbrook. Or Giesbrook. I don't know. 55, $1.99. Thank you very much. What do you think the Texans are going to do? The Texans are rumored to want to trade up. Is it for, you would think a pass rusher, could be corner. If it's pass rusher, I'm thinking Zach Bond or Julian Okwara. If it's corner, we got to see who's on the board. These corners, the order the corners are going to come off, it's going to be interesting.
I think Bill O'Brien's going to trade Deshaun Watson for a first rounder.
Yeah. The Jags going to do here, chat.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Another donation. Pyro Gaming donated $4.99 through Super Chat. He said, yo.
Yo.
Joe Burrow.
The Jags pick, ladies and gentlemen.
With the ninth pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select C.J. Henderson.
C.J. Anderson. Kind of expected it.
I ain't scared.
I ain't scared.
Well, there you see C.J. Henderson getting the phone call and realizing he is
Why does his brother look
Yeah.
so upset?
He looks just like him, too.
at the university.
A skunk.
C.J. Henderson to the Jags. Kind of was feeling it there, was predicting it right there. To me, it's a little early. He's my number 3 overall corner, and he's the second corner off the board. And we see where he is in best available. We'll take a look.
That's just you, though.
That's just me. Yeah. 18th best available.
Browns pick is in for the Browns.
Oh, the Browns
Browns-
are ready to go.
The Browns were supposed to trade back, too, and, they didn't trade
well, we
back.
see all the tackles there.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a tackle run. What happened?
I think the trade back for these teams were only going to happen if there was trade backs from other teams. Like, I think the Lions were going to start the chain, and that didn't happen. Henderson.
Well, that's not on Brian Edwards right there. That's on the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's a good play.
I mean, yeah,
Great play. Joe Burrow.
he's got some work to do, though. This play right here was actually a rare underthrow by Joe Burrow. That was a touchdown Jamar Chase that C.J. Henderson beat there. Rare underthrow mistake by Joe
Good play.
Burrow.
Not afraid to tackle.
But he does have a problem at missing tackles. A lot of whiffs, putting his
But at
head
least
down.
he's not afraid.
He's not afraid.
He's not
He's physical. He's physical, really good in press.
Oh God.
Staring him right down.
It-
Well, that's just Shea Patterson.
Well, it's Shea Patterson, it's Shea Patterson. Julian Coran donated $1.99. Chiefs going to trade back for capital or take 32. It's about 50-50 there. Can't answer that right now. They probably, because of their cap space situation, it's likely they can trade back to more picks and be cheaper there.
Oh, now he's awake.
Thank you for the donation.
Did you see that? Did you see that video? I forgot to show you that. Did you see that video of Michigan's O-line and pass protection? They were just balling guys.
Oh, yeah.
And
Their
Shea
O-line's
Patterson,
good.
Shea Patterson's like scrambling
He's
around,
panicking,
like
yeah.
just clean pockets.
Michigan's going to have possibly 4 offensive linemen drafted this weekend here.
Oh, my.
And 1 today, perhaps, Cesar Ruiz. CJ and it's a good situation for the Jags because the Jags, we kind of get the feel they're in somewhat of a rebuild mode. So Henderson's kind of like he's got the upside. He's the ultimate upside cornerback. He has the things you can't coach. Some things you definitely need to work on there.
Don't cheat.
Is this a pick? Yeah. Can't believe there's no trades yet. Brown's got to be going. Any of
He's
the
talking better than
Goodell.
Goodell.
any of the linemen here?
I gotta go Jedrick.
Are they confident he can go play left tackle?
Ooh, that's true.
Oh, he's pumped.
Brown's pick.
Thank you, Fletcher. We're so happy to see
Thank
you're
you.
home and doing well.
Goodell looks stoned. Look at his eyes,
He
man.
kind of does.
He always has. He's like Troy Aikman. He always has those eyes.
And we're all in your corner, Fletcher. Go get him. So I have the Browns pick with the 10th
Do ya?
pick in the 2020 NFL
I would
Draft.
hope.
Cleveland Browns select Jedrick
Oh, they're
Jedrick
confident.
Wills.
They're confident he can play left tackle.
So the best tackle, my best tackle in the draft, goes 10th overall. So we heard about the Browns possibly
Beast.
trading back, but
Denham.
they just too good to pass up there. They couldn't trade back. So smart move from the Browns there. Jedrick Wills and Jack Conklin. So they're really revamping the offensive line here. Stefanski steps in as the coach, and it's a lot different. Jedrick Wills, we see that. Where is he? The third best available player on my board. The Browns get him at 10th overall. Get their lineman to pair with Conklin. There you go. We got the Jets on the clock now. There's 6 minutes and counting down here. 0 trades. 0 trades so far. I think if the Lions would have traded the 3rd pick, we would have saw more trades because whoever would have came up to 3 would have either taken Herbert or Tua, and that would have just changed pretty much everything. So I think the Lions hanging on to their pick is kind of ruining it for the people that wanted the trades. So that would be the reason there.
Oh.
I'm surprised. A little surprised here.
Najee?
The Jets on the clock, they could go. I mean, you can't miss here. You need receiver. You need offensive line. You have your choices. You got CeeDee Lamb on the board, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs. You look at the linemen, you got Mekhi Becton and Tristan Wirfs. The last couple of days, I was kind of feeling they go the Wirfs route. But they get their choice of receiver here, Tough to pass on a guy like CeeDee Lamb or any of those receivers. So, to me, it's Wirfs or CeeDee Lamb. Maybe a little surprised if it's anybody else. The absolute wild card pick that I wouldn't be completely floored by would be Clavon Chaisson, the pass rusher from LSU. That's kind of the wild card pick there. Anything else that I just named, other than I just named, would be pretty surprising.
I think you got to go wide receiver for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to get the
Rush
offensive
Rodgers,
line
too.
together for Darnold, though.
How about
But
the fashion
True,
there?
but they got
it's tough to pass on a CeeDee Lamb or
outfit?
Jeudy here.
What?
The jean outfit.
Yeah. So how about the fashion?
Jedrick Wills.
No comment on the fashion, Danny?
it's fashion, man.
Fashion. See all that denim?
That's the great thing about
It's a
fashion.
lot of denim.
Are we going to even see one trade tonight?
Maybe.
I didn't think there was gonna be a lot. I didn't
So
think there
weird
was gonna be a
seeing
lot
Las
of trades.
Vegas on there.
What's that?
So weird seeing Las Vegas.
LV?
Yeah.
The Jets, 4:10 left. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Seeing a lot of Lamb, some
A
Rugs,
lot of lamb.
a lot of Lamb.
Lamb.
Could go. Everyone's thinking the receiver. They could go with the lineman.
I think they're gonna go with tackle. I think they're gonna be surprised.
Wirfs.
I think they're surprised that there's tackles there.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting here 11th pick, and there's 2 tackles left still. So I was kind of the last couple days. I was kind of feeling like, just like I was feeling Andrew Thomas. The Giants were in on Andrew Thomas. I thought the Jets were kind of in on Wirfs. So we'll see. I'd probably go CeeDee Lamb here if it was me. But it's really it's you can't miss with a lot of these. It's anything gets you better here. It gets you what you need. So
What if they just blew it though?
took like Ezra Cleveland.
That's blowing it for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if they just took, I don't know.
Gase. They just pulled a Gase. Gase pulled a Gase. It depends on the smelling salt situation. Like, does he have?
He's pounding it.
Oh, he's pounding the smelling salts.
Yeah.
So he's gonna make. That can make him make a crazy pick. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I could wake him up.
He doesn't make the picks.
He's definitely involved in that. Oh, they have him pretty much running the show over there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got all the trust in Gase.
For what reason? I don't know.
He's crazy. I don't know.
It probably just scares them.
He just has to look at him, and they're like, all right, you got everything you
Fine,
need.
fine, yeah.
Have
Take
at
it easy, man.
Take it easy. Whoa, take it easy, man.
Take it easy, man.
Great show.
It's the theater thug.
The theater. 220 and counting for the Jets. O-line, receiver. Do they go bold, take Clavon, Chaisson?
Do they just
Possibility.
take Xavier McKinney?
I mean, what the most interesting thing about this draft has got to be the receivers and the order they come off the board. There's a couple other positions like corners, tackles. That's interesting too. Quarterbacks always, but the receivers is kind of like the main point, watching point of this draft, and they have the opportunity to take the first off the board here. So which one's it going to be? If it is, the Raiders are next, you would think, they could be the first one to take one off the board. We're gonna see.
They're using all.
They're using the
clock.
time. Could they be
All
trading?
of it.
Probably not.
Minute 30 left.
Hey, maybe they're thinking that they feel pretty even about, because there's a chunk of guys like we said that they can take, and it's okay, it makes sense, it's a fit, it's a need. So maybe they feel like any of them would work. So can we trade back, get more picks, and still get one of these guys, and we'll be okay? They could be thinking that route. Make the first trade of the draft. We're at pick 11, no trades. So there's definitely got to be some trades today.
Man, they're really running it down.
Oh,
Pick is in.
It's in.
You said the magic words.
That's all you got to say.
All right, let's relax with the feet on deck. We're going to need to relax with that in the chat.
What does it say?
Feet on deck.
What does that mean?
That means the feet are on deck. I don't know what you don't get.
Feet on deck?
Yeah, I'm lost.
Yeah.
Feet on deck.
I'm lost.
Do you actually understand it?
Yeah, feet on deck.
I am lost.
Peter, you getting that?
No, I'm lost.
Danny, are you getting that?
No, man, I'm out.
I'm out.
So Mars the questionable one here?
I don't think he knows. I think he's just playing it off.
Yeah, I
over
think
there.
he's playing us.
He's trying to be the cool kid over
Oh,
there.
okay.
Oh, my God, this kid wrote in here like 100 times.
Should we get him blocked?
Yeah, how do I block them? I'm gonna block you in a second, so we're gonna have to cool it on that.
See if
Is
you
it
can
the
do it.
Palomalu kid? Is it the Palomalu kid?
No, that was that James Harden kid.
Feet in butt. What? Whoa, Mel's best available. He's got Xavier McKinney at 5. The guy's
I
a
was
madman.
kidding. I was kind of kidding. I was like, oh, you were like David off players that go with. I was like, oh, they go with Xavier McKinney.
Mel likes McKinney.
All right.
Didn't Mel say Winfield was his best safety? Definitely did. McKinney's
Oh, he's lost.
Mel's
lost
losing his mind, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely heard him say
And his hair.
Antoine Winfield is the best safety in the class, and Xavier McKinney is the 5th best player available without Winfield being in the top 5. So, yeah. Where's his Jets pick, though? Ruggs the third.
Ruggs the third. I don't think I ever heard anyone call Ruggs the third.
Ruggs the
I mean, that's his name, though.
It is
What
his
don't you
name.
get?
I've heard Henry Ruggs or just Ruggs, not Ruggs the third. Ruggs the third. Oh, look at the A in the draft. You see it? You see the A in the draft?
No.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Oh. Or Atlanta Braves.
Oh.
What are the Jets gonna do?
CD.
CeeDee Lamb's yawning.
Yeah.
It's a big yawn, so I don't think he's going here to the Jets.
You see, he got his Panini card, his big Panini card.
You had a panini press in there?
The Panini press in there.
Here comes the Jets pick.
Wow.
Here we go, finally.
With the 11th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Mekhi Becton.
Mekhi Becton, they go
man.
tackle. They got to protect Sam Darnold.
Oh,
good
that's
pick.
a big guy.
Good pick.
Mekhi Becton, ladies and gentlemen, human beings that large should not run as fast as Mekhi Becton did. At the
How nervous he is. Look at his feet tapping.
64 pounds, ran the 40 in 5.1. According to ESPN stats,
Mekhi Becton to the Jets.
heaviest player ever to run a sub 5 140.
So Wirfs we expect to be the fourth tackle. It's going to be interesting to see how the tackles came off the board. Going to be the fourth one off the board. Doesn't really surprise me. You know, some people think he's just a guard, which could be a really good one. But yeah, so the Jets take Mekhi Becton. We'll take the Jets off the screen here. We'll take the Raiders are on the clock. We'll take Mekhi Becton, fifth best
This guy's
player
a
available.
baller.
Yeah, the great thing about Becton, he's going to be dominant in the run game right away. Pass protection,
Look
he
at
can.
this. Get him in the
We're looking at
post. Get him in
basketball
the
highlight.
post. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, Big Ben got hops.
Yeah, he's a freak.
It's a lot of momentum.
A lot of momentum. Oh, he's gonna throw this guy. Watch, it's really not fair. He got an outside line. He's gonna throw him.
Get out of here. Get on the ground.
Oh, my. He gave it to him twice.
Get on the ground.
They're gonna open up some running game for Le'Veon Bell, and they're gonna keep.
But do you think Gase will run the ball?
Yeah, he doesn't really like running the ball.
He's just bullying people.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Boom.
You don't want that.
So the Raiders get their choice of receivers. They need a receiver, and they're well worth the pick. You can see here, I got 3 of them are in my top 4 best available. 3 receivers, top 4 best available. Lamb, Jeudy, Ruggs. I could actually see Ruggs here. I could see Ruggs being the first receiver off the board. I mean, I could see any of them, really. Most of this process, I thought CeeDee Lamb.
Gruden has enough. He's got enough. He sees Tyreek Hill twice a year. He's seen enough of it. He's like, let me go get Henry Ruggs.
Well, I'm going to pull this off.
What?
Can you? We'll figure it out. Pick is in for the Raiders.
Oh, they're ready. Mike Mayock's ready.
It's got to be, yeah, they have to go receiver.
What do you Mayock and Gruden have as their number 1 receiver in the draft? Who do you think? Who do you think Mayock's got number 1? Like, who would you think is Mayock's guy?
I feel like Mayock would like Lamb, but
I think you'd like Jeudy.
for some reason I'm thinking they go Henry Ruggs.
I don't think so.
Who'd you mock him to?
I don't think Mayock would do it.
I recently I'm taking Ruggs. Most of the process I'm taking CeeDee Lamb, but what the heck?
I can see Mayock liking Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
His bleep off. He
Bleep.
worked his bleep off.
I mean, we're all adults here. Come on. You could say ass.
no, he worked his bleep off.
Everyone's just like, yep. This
That
stadium's
stadium.
going to be so sick.
Yeah, it's sick.
Is it ready to go?
Think so. Yeah, they got to play this year, right? I mean, they're playing there this year, aren't they, or no?
I don't know.
I'm sure they're polishing right now. They're polishing.
Just no one
We had to
else.
put that guy in a timeout. We had to
There
put
he
him in a
is.
timeout.
I like this pick, man.
Knock on wood if you're with me.
They're excited.
I mean, they got their choice of a receiver here. They got the pick, the best receiver class in NFL history, in every category at the top, and the Raiders got to choose which one they wanted. Is it Lamb? Is it Jeudy? Is it Ruggs?
man.
What do you guys think? For some reason, I'm feeling Ruggs.
I'm feeling Jeudy.
You think it's a receiver for sure?
Yeah.
It's got to be. What did you just say?
I don't know.
He had a smirk on his face. I think he knew. Most of this process, I was saying Lamb. But just recently, I'm feeling Ruggs. The speed gets him first receiver off the board, but we're going to see. Here it is.
There are many first evers that are part of this draft, including the first ever official draft.
They don't have enough fans, so they had to fill in with some cheerleaders. You see that?
And I've got it right here. So with the
And some
12th pick
blanks.
Yeah, and some blanks.
2020 NFL draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Henry Ruggs.
Oh,
There
it's
it
Henry
is.
Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs, the first
Mistake.
receiver drafted, the
Mistake.
fastest man in the draft.
They do like speed.
That's like Darius Hayward Bay pick over here.
Whoa, Pete.
That's what it reminds you of.
Pete.
That's what it reminds me of.
Henry
They
Ruggs.
picked the speed guy. It's my fourth receiver on the board right there. What are you doing, Mayock?
Now the Niners. What do we see?
Let's take Henry Ruggs, fourth best player on the available at the time here. Henry Ruggs off the board. The Raiders had their choice of taking any receiver in this draft. Their number one was Henry Ruggs. And
I'm surprised.
I'm not super surprised,
I'm
guys. I mean, I thought
surprised.
that recently.
I'm shocked.
Gruden, man.
I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job with the picks. I thought this was the hardest draft to predict so far, like landing the right players at the right team for the most parts. The Niners are on the clock. There's 6 minutes and counting. Mayock on the screen.
Mayock's just letting Gruden get to his head.
I'm going to take a bathroom break, ladies and gentlemen.
Good looking there.
Oh, guys, we have a tough spot to fill here.
Take it away, Pete.
Oh,
What if the pick happens?
we got some basketball heads.
Oh,
Oh, he
my
took
God.
off. Oh.
Get up.
Oh, my God.
Does that change your opinion?
No,
Mayock
he's
was looking
fourth.
at that basketball
He's-
footage, and he's like,
We know
"Oh
he's fast,
my
yeah.
God."
He can absolutely scoop Michael Irvin, and he can take it to
I mean, if you have Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, then it's going to be great, but
They got Mariota.
they do have Mariota.
What was his official time?
4.27. Yeah, he's gone. There's no one on the screen here. So,
It's like Super Mario with his feet going a million miles an hour.
Oh, my God.
eh,
That was a nice catch.
it was a good catch.
Who do you think San Francisco's going with here?
Ooh, they have. I mean, they got options. I had them
it's
taking. I had them taking Kinlaw in my mock draft to replace DeForest Buckner. So they go Kinlaw. I think.
Wasn't
I think
there
Riz,
talk of
I
them
think
getting
Riz had
another
him.
receiver?
Yeah,
too?
they could go receiver
That's
too.
what I was thinking.
Ooh, CeeDee Lamb to the Niners.
That'd be
I
a
would
good
love
pick.
it.
Yeah, I think they told what's his name to go seek a trade today.
Oh, I'd love it.
Goodwin?
Yeah. I think they should go with CeeDee Lamb. I don't think they thought maybe there's a chance he'd be here, but now he's there.
Is he wearing
He's wearing an Old Spice robe.
Oh,
Old
he's
Spice.
sponsored. Good for him. Getting his money.
interesting thing about Henry Ruggs is this. He's just not a deep threat. What he really is, he's a catch and run threat. And they
Gruden.
Look at Deuce. Deuce Gruden.
Who do you think the Niners are going with? Think you're going to go with CeeDee Lamb now?
Gruden's chomping at the bits watching these highlights. It's like, yeah, man.
He's like, yeah.
Yep, that's him.
That's my guy. What is going on? I flipped the hat around. Okay. Niners on the clock. 3:30 left. I mean, you got to go CD. I mean, this team just got that much scarier as a contender. Was he going to box?
He's sponsored by Old Spice, man.
Oh, okay. So he's already made his money. He's already got it. You got to go CeeDee Lamb here. You know, I wouldn't be shocked with Jeudy. I wouldn't be shocked with Kinlaw. I mean, you know who I love on the Niners, but it's not going to be the pick here. I love Trevon Diggs for the Niners. Just absolutely love it. I think he's going to be dominant if he goes on the Niners. But it's not going to be the pick. They could possibly get him with 31. If Trayvon Diggs went to the Niners, I think the best cornerback in this class he ends up being.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Press
If he goes to the Niners?
press cover 3.
Look at all those Alabama
Or the
receivers.
Seahawks, too. The press cover 3 teams. I think he'll be absolutely dominant. I mean, the good news for the receiver-needy teams, like the Niners, like the Broncos, even teams further down, we got Shefty coming in. You got to turn it up when you got Shefty. Receivers are dropping, is what I'm getting to. Kind of.
See a single trade. Not one team has traded out of its draft slot. We had Detroit at number 3 taking calls, but no team ever made an offer for them. Miami didn't make
Nobody made an offer?
Packers didn't make an offer. Same thing with the Giants at number 4. We thought there would be other teams that would move. No one did in the top 10.
Shefty's always yelling.
Yeah.
Calm down, man.
Now at a pick
He's
right
excited.
now, when the 49ers are going to trade, they're going to trade with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What?
Tom Brady's Bucs
What?
moving up one slot to come up in this draft. There's still a tackle on the board.
Wirfs.
Get Tom Brady more protection. That would be a logical pick for Tampa Bay.
Interesting.
The
Wait, what?
Buccaneers.
They're pulling a Bears?
The Buccaneers are trading up one
San
spot.
Francisco's good at that.
Do we know the
They did it to us
details?
last time.
What if the Bucs just took CD?
Swap-
No, they
Swapperoonie?
still have their pick, it looks like.
No, there's no way. The Niners will be picking at 14. So John Lynch pulling some voodoo.
He's probably lying. Bill Belichick wouldn't have fallen for it. Or Robert Kraft.
It's got to be Tristan Wirfs. They were surprised that Wirfs was on the board, so they must be in love with. He's going to plug and play right tackle. What exactly what they need. Yeah, it's the pick's Tristan Wirfs. I'm gonna be shocked if it's anything else. They could use a number 3 receiver. It's very important in their system. So, an Arian system. So I mean, it wouldn't be. It'd be pretty
I'm not
shocking
going
to
to trade
go
up for that, though. Because,
one spot. Yeah, because Lamb and
there's-
Jeudy are still there, and Mims and Jefferson. They don't need Jefferson, but it's got to be Tristan Wirfs. I don't think they expect him to be here. They like him at right tackle. He'll play there. They'll keep Donovan Smith at left tackle. Brady all protected up. So what just happened? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers picking 14, traded up one spot, 13 with the Niners. We believe the Niners will be picking 14. Yeah, they will be picking 14. The Niners are going to get something in return. It can't be a whole bunch for moving back one spot, but they absolutely had to get Tristan Wirfs. They were worried about another team trading up to 13.
Bruce can't believe it.
Look at Bruce. He's all comfy over there.
John Lynch made it known that they're going to trade back with 13. Smart, and that kind of scared Tampa. We got to trade up one spot, make sure we get our guy. You can't really hate on Tampa too much for that because, I mean, they might be a right tackle away from really being a Super Bowl contender. So they pretty much had to do this here. But they do need a running back. They do need, I think, another receiver pretty bad. But after that, not much. Not much at all. They got the blue microphone. That was our old microphones.
Yeah, Arians had it, too.
First trade of the draft's a one-spot trade-up. John Lynch pulling it off. I want to know what they got in return. Probably can figure it out, but I don't want the pick to be spoiled. I mean, I know it's Wirfs.
No, not really. I mean, he's the logical choice here because when you think about where you're picking at right here, look, there aren't any more slam dunks in the NFL draft anyway. But really, when you're picking where they're picking,
I just saw it, but Tampa coming up one spot. San Francisco getting 14 and 117.
What is that, 4?
Is that is it 4? I can't even think.
It's a 4th rounder.
And then the Buccaneers actually get a 7th back, so they don't actually lose a pick. But a 4th rounder is pretty high for moving up. You would think a 5th rounder. That's big time for the Niners right there. John Lynch letting everyone know that they're dealing the 13th pick. That got in the Buccaneers' head. That's fantastic. Yeah, somebody's got it in the chat too. Niners trade 13 at 245. Bucks trade 14 117. Thank you very much. Love that in the chat.
Way to be.
Fatame Mint. Yeah, I don't want to look at my
Way to
phone to spoil
be.
picks, so you got to get me covered there. Anytime a trade happens, I'll try to look and get the pick, but the trade.
D. Wade, all of a sudden a huge Chicago Bears fan, tweets out, I'm in front of my TV rooting for Chicago Bears.
He
Let's
doesn't
go.
even know what's going on. The Bears aren't even picking today.
Yeah, it was-
Guy's lost.
Great tweet.
Guy's lost over there.
Top comment.
Here we go,
Pick tomorrow,
Buccaneers
you
pick.
cunt. Go.
It's got to be Tristan Wirfs. I wouldn't mind the receiver pick, though, really. But it's Tristan Wirfs.
49ers have traded the 13th pick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
Thanks, Roger.
with the 13th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Tristan Wirfs.
There it is.
Tristan Wirfs.
They got their right tackle, ladies and gentlemen.
Wirfs.
Well, now we're seeing this run on offense.
They had to have him. I don't really blame them. Like I said, you're trading up one spot's kind of rough, giving up a 4th-round pick. They did get a 7th back. But they're only a few pieces away. They had to have them. You know, they weren't going to take anybody else in this first round. You know, they really weren't going to take anybody else in this scenario. So don't mind it from the Bucs, but absolutely love it from the 49ers. John
485,
Lynch.
40-yard dash.
Yeah. 485.
What a beast.
485.
Just think about that. He's faster than
Joey Bosa.
he's faster. Yeah.
That's what they just said. They had it on there.
But Joey Bosa needs to get it together.
Come on, Joey.
Nick is
brother's
faster,
better.
a lot faster and better.
What a good
Did I
kid.
take
if
Wirfs? I didn't take Wirfs off the board. So
Joey had a good rookie year. What if Nick just had a good rookie year and he just kind of just went downhill a little bit?
no. The Niners trading back one spot and just still getting CeeDee Lamb would be absolutely just.
That's what's happening.
That's just wow.
A+, as they'd say.
A plus, as they would say.
Oh, easy. Light work.
Oh my
Light
god.
work.
What an animal.
450 pounds. Just bring it. Just cleaning it up like it's nothing.
I mean, even if it's Jeudy, even if it's Kinlaw, maybe.
That was explicit.
Can we all admit that this is overrated?
It's not overrated.
Yeah,
Especially if you're 300 pounds.
all the players that I've seen jump out of a pool have been busts, okay?
300
So you're saying
pounds.
Tristan Wirfs going to be a bust?
He does have a lot of pressure. He's
A lot
got
of
to
pressure. He
protect
jumped out of a pool.
Ran a 485.
Brady. He is a state high school state wrestler.
5 minutes and counting for the Niners at the 14th pick. What do you guys think? What do you guys think it's going to be
CeeDee
here?
Thanks,
Got to
receiver.
be receiver.
Could be Kinlaw to replace DeForest Buckner that
Play to the whistle.
they traded.
Uche.
Holy moly.
What if the Niners just traded back again?
One more spot.
Yeah. So Broncos fans got to be pretty darn happy. They're going to be able to have a chance at either one of CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy, maybe both if the Niners don't go that route.
Drew Lock's got to be happy right now.
Yeah. I mean, the Broncos fans kind of
That's
thinking
right.
Justin Jefferson, and they were happy with that, and now thinking that and I was kind of talking about Jeudy could be available there, but
He's probably rapping, put on,
Oh yeah.
or jump around.
I mean, my most recent mock I had, the most recent video mock I had yesterday, I had the Niners taking Lamb and I had the Broncos getting Jeudy. It could happen here. It could be the opposite. And again, Niners could go Kinlaw.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, the Falcons were supposed to be a team trading up. They wanted C.J. Henderson, perhaps. You thought it could be Kinlaw, maybe, and they
Well-
could actually stay at 16 and get Kinlaw. That's what you're gonna say?
I was about to say it.
I'm beating you to it, Pete. You got to speak up.
I was about to say it. But no, what if the Niners take Kinlaw right here?
They could.
My buddy's a Bucs fan. My other buddy just sent that.
What is it?
Said,
Guaranteed bust.
Your boys just drafted a guy that could jump out of a pool. Guaranteed bust. That's exactly what I said.
No.
So you heard it. You heard it here first.
He's gonna go play with Tom Brady. Does Tom Brady produce busts over there?
No.
He fixes busts. Fixes them.
Sure.
I think John Lynch might be working the phones again. We got 3 minutes 5 seconds still rolling. Could they be trading again? They don't have a lot of picks in the middle rounds, really at all. They just gained a 4th for moving back one spot. Absolutely
Remember what I
genius.
said in our mock draft video?
What did you
I
say?
was saying they have a lot of needs. You're like, whoa, a lot of. They have,
a lot.
they have
they
got holes. They got a bunch of holes.
They need another receiver. They could use a right guard. They could use a left tackle in the future.
A corner.
Corner. It's kind of about it. The D tackle, but kind of about it then. I mean, more needs than you would think from the Niners, but they're going to be pretty good unless Garoppolo blows it, pretty much. And there might be a little more pressure on them if they get a guy like CeeDee Lamb here. 225. I have a feeling that the Niners are still working the phones. John Lynch. There's a madman out there. Already made a genius trade. At this point, though, at this point, I wouldn't want to trade back. Like, you get your guy here. You get, the effect that CeeDee Lamb could have on the team here would be absolutely fantastic. The Niners, they got some receivers on their team like that can play. They got Debo Samuel, they got Dante Pettis, they got Hurd. So they don't need like a mid-round receiver or second-round, maybe even a second-round receiver. They need they need a big-time receiver here. They need a number one. I mean, you need multiple number. Debo Samuel is number one to me. He's that good. You need multiple number ones in today's NFL. You absolutely do. And here's your opportunity. The good thing about
Fix it.
go ahead and fix it.
Let me take.
You're gonna have to tape it. There's like tape up there.
You just ripped the Niners logo.
We have a poop.
Whoa! You don't drop that.
We got repairs here.
Repairs. Yeah, hold that. Repairs.
It's the Corona's fault because I was ordering a new green screen. It was gonna stand up. It was foldable. It was gonna sit right behind us. A beautiful green screen, costed a lot of money, but it wasn't gonna be shipped out until. Yeah. You use the tape too? There you go. It's the Corona's fault. There was going to be an actual good green screen. We had to make this one from scratch here, put it together. It was actually going to be a good green screen here, but
a good green screen.
not like an actual. Like that's not an actual green screen.
No, it is.
But the Corona ruined it. 25 seconds. Oh, the pick is in. So he didn't trade
Kyle
back
Shanahan's
again.
So excited he got CeeDee Lamb. He's so excited. John Lynch is so excited. They're all smiling. They're so happy.
Had to repair the logo.
Had to patch it. See, he's bumping something. Oh, yeah.
Jeudy.
Our own Todd McShay says Jeudy is the best route runner at a wide receiver he's seen in all his years of studying film. So could San Francisco be looking here at a wide receiver to replace?
Niners trade back one spot, and who are they going to get? They're still going to get a real good football player here.
Jeudy was just handed a phone. Can that
Not
be a sign?
answering it, though.
We're texting.
Out of his 10. Oh, boy. Get off my phone.
You saw it.
No, I didn't see it.
I have 73 notifications, I can see. 73. I refuse to let it be spoiled.
All I saw was... I shouldn't even say... I'm not even going to say it.
Mel's got Jeudy.
Does it have to do with the Niners?
Yeah, that's to do with the Niners.
Who they picked?
I didn't see who they picked. I just saw a tweet about it.
So you know the position?
No. I don't know what's happening.
There you go, Kinlaw.
It said big surprise here. That's what the tweet said.
Yeah, people
That's not a
expect.
surprise. I had
It's
it in
not
my
a
mock draft. I had it in my mock draft.
Yeah. Javon Kinlaw. The best receiver class of all time, the most in my top 10 ever, and they're all still on the board except for Henry Ruggs, my number one, my number two. The Broncos are in a prime position. Love the way they drafted last year. They have a real opportunity here, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Broncos. Let's get them on the board here. They got 730. Kinlaw was, third best player available. He was top 10 to start the day for me, so
These two, when you went to the bathroom, these two asked me who the Niners were taking. That's the first person I said, actually, was Kinlaw. Look at that. Clip it.
Clip it.
Go ahead and
Clip
clip
it.
it. Go ahead and clip it, chat.
Clip it.
Clip it.
You're making iTunes pop up again.
Clip it.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Somebody dropped their phone.
Somebody fell.
Who's on the floor?
Yeah, did you see that?
Who's on the floor?
Oh my God! Javon Kinlaw. Yeah, Kinlaw's a stud.
We got quite a few people in that building over there.
Definitely
They
more
might-
than 8.
Oh, they went over the
Richard
limit.
Seymour. I mean, what I like about Kinlaw is you got 324 pounds and it's almost pure muscle here. You don't see
24 pounds of meat.
you have muscle. Double team, triple team all year long. And look, what happens when he's double teamed? He still makes the play here.
Meat, muscle, meat, muscle.
Muscle meat.
Milk.
So the pretty interesting to look at. They trade DeForest Buckner because they can't pay him and Armstead. They pay Armstead. I think the right choice. They trade DeForest Buckner to the Colts for the 13th pick, and they trade that back. So they traded DeForest Buckner for Javon Kinlaw
In a fourth.
upside beast in Javon Kinlaw. Can move around a bit too. That's a win for the Niners right
yeah.
there. That's a big win, even though they passed up on the receivers, which they wanted.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is a question for you. I asked Scotty over here.
Thanks, Pete.
I asked Scotty over here, but out of the teams that traded their first round pick for players, who was the worst player?
The teams that traded the
And I said DeForest Buckner was the worst player.
Yeah.
And it's the highest pick too.
They
which
pulled up
was-
the graphic earlier.
I mean, that's tough to say
I
because
thought the
he's a
Niners-
really good player.
I thought the Niners won that trade.
Well, I think they did too. But
But like, there's DeForest Buckner, there's Minka Fitzpatrick, there's who else was
Georgia
there?
lost
Laramie-
to South
Lil
Carolina,
Mac.
was upset
Lil
by
Mac.
South Carolina because of
Jalen
Javon
Ramsey, did you
Kinlaw
say?
there.
Jalen Ramsey, Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah, I think that was all.
It's absolutely crazy that the Broncos have their choice between CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy. You know, CeeDee Lamb's my number one receiver, but I feel that Jeudy actually might be a little more of a fit here. Pick is in for the Broncos. This is a win unless it's not. I mean,
Oh, the
those-
Cowboys that get CeeDee Lamb. Did someone in our live mock draft ask us that? We were like, yeah, it's not going to happen.
yeah.
That's wild.
You know, the Eagles were rumored to be on CeeDee Lamb, but he had to drop a little bit for them to trade up. Well, here you go. So, can they find that spot, though?
Look at these glasses. He's got combat glasses on.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He's like,
he's
"Oh,
going,
shoot."
He's going to go to the shooting range. That was the guy that was on the ground.
Yeah, I think.
Dad. Dad's out of control.
Who do the Broncos fans want? Lamb or Jeudy?
What if the Falcons got Jerry Jeudy and they had Julio Jones, Jerry Jeudy, and Calvin Ridley?
The
Just
Bama
the
guys.
Alabama receivers.
In Laquan Treadwell
Yeah,
from
Laquan
Ole Miss.
Treadwell.
Wow.
What does Fangio want? That's the real question.
Oh, he's probably pulling for defense. He's probably pulling for a Kenneth Murray or Trevon Diggs or somebody on the defensive
like-
side.
They're like, Vic.
Calm down, Vic. The receivers are here.
John Elway's like, Vic, we got you Jarrell Casey. We got you A.J. Bouye. Like, come on.
Calm down.
Calm down. We got you Shelby Harris back.
This is his own jersey in a frame.
I don't even know who that was.
There's John.
Elway?
He was like in his family room.
Judy Lamb, Judy
desk set up
Lamb.
in
There's
the
no
movie
wrong
theater.
answer here. What if they just went Justin Jefferson still?
He's got a table set up in the middle of his family room. That's what it looks like.
Big bad Johnny.
Oh, he's got
L.
3 Lombardis.
Tree. You gotta respect
You gotta
it.
respect
You
it.
gotta respect it.
Oh, there he is.
He's a simple man.
Simple man.
He doesn't need
Family
much.
man.
Broncos.
The Denver Broncos select Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy. That's why I said Jeudy was more of a fit. Jerry Jeudy, the second receiver off the board, and they both happen to be Alabama receivers 1 and 2.
And there you see Jerry Jeudy and family waiting to hear the official.
Is that what he does?
But it is done. Jerry Jeudy
Bart didn't see what I was
is a
doing.
Denver Bronco.
Bart, did you see what I was doing?
According
No.
to our Todd McShay,
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock's real happy.
best route runners he's ever seen.
Why is that
Judy
Star
and
David?
Cortland Sutton signed me up.
Oh, okay, I remember this. Never mind. Never mind.
Going on to early admission at Alabama.
So yeah, CeeDee Lamb, my best receiver and best player available, but I talked about Jeudy just being a better fit. You know, he can play about 50-50 in the slot outside. I think it's perfect with Cortland Sutton there. So the Broncos just got a lot better with that. So the Broncos fans got to be pretty excited. Even if you like CeeDee Lamb a little more, you got to be pretty excited. That's the beauty about this receiver class. You just can't go wrong with either one of those guys. So we'll take Jerry Jeudy off the board here. And then the Falcons, who we thought may trade up, like a lot of teams, did not do that, and they are on the clock here. I mean, we're starting to get to the point where how is CeeDee Lamb on the board? You know, can you pass up on him? But, you know, they could go the Clavon Chaisson route. That could be the pairing him with Dante Fowler for the future is a for sure a possibility there.
Can't even get that hat on.
Too much hair.
Oh boy.
I
When you hear people talk about how great he is at running routes, that's because he transitions so well in and out of cuts. This guy is incredible. At the
he didn't make a cut there.
No. Arkansas quarterback's running with his arms out.
being able to get deep. He ran a 4.4 at the combine. And Trey, he gets his work done in the slot. I already told you.
Oh,
60%
That was a good
he
move.
literally just juked out the whole team.
in the slot, and he made 7 touchdowns out of 10. Now, when you line up Cortland Sutton on the outside, and you put Jared Jeudy in the slot, that is a disaster.
I already said that.
Defense when you're trying to stop
I think he's streaming us.
Yeah.
Great pick for the Denver Broncos right there, Trey.
He's gonna do a little spin, and that, I don't know if it
Has
did
he?
anything.
A little hezzy.
Yeah, you would think the pick's got to be Chaisson here.
Oh my God.
Wild card could be like a Diggs, Terrell, Fulton, Kenneth Murray, perhaps. But I mean, you gotta think it's Chaisson. They wanted to trade up though. They had their target, their sight on certain players at the top. So maybe since they couldn't do that, and like a guy like Henderson's off the board, maybe they want to trade back because they just don't like the value possibly. But again, we're at the point where it's tough to pass. If the Cowboys are up next, they can't pass on CeeDee Lamb, in my opinion. McCarthy, we'll talk about the Cowboys when we get there. But, yeah.
We're in sync there. We're doing good.
4 minutes, 5 seconds for the Falcons, counting down. They did not make their pick yet. Pick is not in yet.
Come on. Come on, Falcons.
I need when I need them. Now, unlimited plans come with your favorite artists on Apple Music, shows and movies on Disney Plus, and over 70 top channels of live TV with YouTube TV.
Music plays a huge role in our family. That's how we connect.
Plans start at just
That's how we connect.
Give me the Cowboys are to get CeeDee Lamb. What is that?
only at Verizon.
Him and Amari.
What is that? What is that baloney?
Falcons maybe working the phones here.
Yeah, what if somebody tries to jump him?
Teams are definitely calling for the spot.
Yeah.
Eagles.
The Vikings jumped.
Maybe. I'm thinking like Eagles and Ravens. Eagles and Ravens got to be calling.
Whoever really wants CeeDee Lamb.
And there's multiple receiver needy teams down there that they really need a receiver is what I'm getting at. But teams like the Packers, I don't think they would trade up this far to get a receiver. I can pick is in, so they're not trading it. The Falcons pick is in. You would think Chaisson's got to be the pick. They go from maybe the worst pass rush in football, and then pairing Chaisson with Dante Fowler, they all of a sudden become pretty scary from the pass rush.
Never know with the Falcons.
Never know.
True.
Well, last year.
They went two surprising linemen last year. Reaches, in my opinion, too. So they but last year it felt like they were pretty desperate for offensive linemen, so you kind of can see it in a way. This year, you're equally in need of a pass rusher, maybe even an interior defense lineman, cornerback, linebacker. So it's up in the air here, but you think Chaisson's got to be the pick.
Kenneth Murray.
Could be.
I'm just gonna throw it out. We're
just
gonna
throw
go
it
bold.
out.
We're gonna go bold
Throw
here.
it out.
Just throw it out there, yeah.
Kenneth Murray.
Took the bottom line away from us. How dare them?
How dare you?
They think we're not paying attention.
That's twice. We're keeping track.
Mm-hmm.
Pick is in for the Falcons. Still.
Still.
Jish.
Jish.
All these Rona.
Bears got Jish on their jersey.
Why does it say Monsters of the Midway? Why doesn't it say Bear Down?
Because of the
Because
monsters.
we're
of
the
the Midway.
monsters of the Midway.
What about this though?
Tighten up.
What about this?
Tighten up, bear down.
Get that sticker out of here. And that sticker.
Pizza, like a dad hat kind of guy. They're off.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
dad
pizza
hat.
dad hat boy.
I'd probably take the sticker off though.
Definitely. get the
Dads
sticker.
would not have a sticker.
Get the
on
sticker. Get it. Do
I'm
it.
not your sticker guy.
Do it.
there as you're doing it.
Push it.
This is must see.
Must see TV, ladies and
must-see
gentlemen.
TV.
Hold on, let me use
The
my teeth.
peeling of the
Let me use my
sticker.
teeth. Use your mouth. Use your mouth.
Did you get it?
No, I don't have nails.
Oh
Get this
my
kid. He's
God.
got the nails.
Why do I have nails? I don't have
Look at
nails.
Roger presenting Burrow with his. Oh, all the players with their jersey. Justin Herbert, first class bus. Was it first class or was
Yeah.
it world class?
No, first class.
First class bus. I heard that.
Oh,
wondering.
nice. That sounded nice on the mic.
I can't believe Mel's second best available player is Xavier McKinney.
Trying to curve mine.
Yeah.
Mine has a slight.
Remember those kids in like
Dad
Pee-wee
hats-
baseball
Dad
where
hats
they
don't
had
have
the,
stickers.
instead of curving it, they actually broke it so it was a triangle. Do you remember those kids?
That was me.
That was me.
That was
I don't, know if I don't even recall that at all.
That was me.
I used to literally just hike it.
Hike.
I used to curve it.
Hike.
What you gotta do? What you gotta do is you gotta get to the fence, right? You curve it and put it inside there so it gets perfect.
Oh, they're repping the
Oh.
New Jerseys.
Ew.
Those are growing on me.
No.
Those are really growing on me.
Yeah, especially with Arthur Blank
I like
and
the
his
ATL.
son.
I like the ATL.
Mean machine.
I don't think it's his son. I think
Mean
it's his
machine.
grand. Maybe it's his son. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't
It's an
know.
interesting couch back there.
It is.
Yeah, what is that?
Looks like it's like a jean couch.
It looks suede. It looks suede. Blue suede.
The
blue
blue
suede.
suede. The blue suede. The blue suede. Falcons pick is in still. We're waiting. It's got to be Chaisson. It's got to be.
There's
you never
gotta be a
know.
rule. If you have to have the pick announced by the time the clock is up, because this is getting out of
How would that be possible? That's fast.
You got 5 minutes.
Goodell should go on the clock right after.
Here's the
Take
pick.
it
Did
off
he
the
change
clock.
his shirt?
No.
That's what he's.
His nips were getting hard.
Okay. AJ
AJ
Terrell.
Terrell.
Wow.
Bold.
And Ant, the Falcons still.
Suck.
AJ Terrell is the pick for the Falcons. You know, we had the feeling he'd be the third corner off the board, even though I don't think he really should have been, but they're all pretty close to grades, you know.
Miami's going to get a receiver for Tua.
I wish they would have traded back. Wish they would have traded back, got Terrell.
Yeah, tackle.
I don't get how Terrell's ahead of Chaisson on your board. A pass rusher more important and what you need. On top of that, they just didn't like Chaisson. As we can tell here, it's surprising to me.
Falcons go needs first.
They go need first. We took Jeudy off. AJ Terrell for best available was 27th best available. Wasn't super high on Terrell. He has the length. He has the athletic ability. When he goes against a receiver, that's just a top receiver that's going to be a little more physical than him. You can see it kind of gets beat by the physicality there, and that's kind of where my concerns are at. But a solid corner. They get a solid corner there. But by the talks of them trading up, we can tell they like Okudah and Henderson better. Just wish they would have traded back. We can put the Cowboys up. In my opinion,
What are you doing?
the Cowboys got to go CeeDee Lamb here. McCarthy comes in. The receiver position's, very important in his offense. You see he had success when the receivers were there for the Packers in the past, and then they started to lose receivers. They started to age, decline, and then the offense really struggled. They couldn't really throw the ball as effectively. And, And you look at the Cowboys, their receivers actually led the NFL in drops last year. You got Cooper kind of comes out of the game sometimes with the injuries. Michael Gallup
It's a big
solid.
couch.
You got to go CeeDee Lamb here.
He's on a private jet.
Here we go with the graphics.
Jeez.
You got to go CeeDee Lamb.
Got these Fortnite graphics over here.
They got a gift. CeeDee Lamb is not supposed to be here right now.
That'd be.
It's an A plus pick.
It's a good trio.
Yeah.
Gallup, Cooper, and CeeDee Lamb. Michael.
Is that what he thinks about Dez, though?
Michael's sweating.
He's already going.
– 3 minutes and counting for the Cowboys. I'm just sticking to it. It's got to be CeeDee Lamb.
Why is McCarthy
it's a
so
good angle.
close to his
Good
camera?
Is this thing
Is
on?
That picture.
It's a flattering pick.
I'm sure he's just happy right now.
Is this thing on?
If it's got to be CeeDee Lamb. If it's not CeeDee Lamb, it better be Chaisson or Trayvon Diggs for me to actually like it. Because with a guy like Lamb sitting there, it's got to be something good here. Anything else, it's just even if it's a good player, I'm just not gonna be happy. They're not gonna really probably won't receive a good grade here. Just teams going need. There's no way Terrell was the best available player. Should have been for the Falcons. They're just going for the biggest need there. See if the Cowboys do the same thing.
Yeah, you really think about it. In the middle of the field, someone who can play a little bit of safety, play a little bit of nickel and dime linebacker, someone who comes to mind for me. And I'm looking at Xavier McKinney from Alabama. I think he would fit in the middle of the field and give them some versatility as far as their defensive packages are concerned.
It's too early for
CeeDee Lamb just gets past here. I don't even know what's going on. The Dolphins take him?
just for two.
I was going to say, could Raiders go with
The
another
Raiders
wide
just
receiver?
double
Raiders
up.
get two
They
receivers?
They should.
That'd be nuts.
Gruden would do it. Gruden would be at Baylock's ear. He'd be like, let's
oh my
do
God.
it. Let's do it.
Let's get two of them, those guys, man.
Let's get two of them. That was pretty good.
There's Jerry with his trophy wife.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Minute 20 for the Cowboys. They're showing Jerry. He's Pick is in. Every time I start talking like that. Pick is in. CeeDee Lamb just still waiting.
It's a nice outfit on CeeDee Lamb's girlfriend. Just saying.
Throw that in there.
You think he's sponsored by Pizza Hut?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no way they're going to be eating pizza on that small table. So it was
Those boxes
Why
are
is
empty.
he
sponsored by
so
Gatorade, sponsored by the Red Challenge flag.
Oh, my God. He's taking up more than half his screen.
Love how you could see this Salvation Army logo in the background, too.
What are the Cowboys going to do?
Window?
He does look so much happier without Aaron Rodgers.
Somebody's in that window.
What?
They're just talking about safeties over here. Like, they just went with safety.
There's no safety in this draft worth the 17th pick. Not worth it, and it's
Mike's on
especially
the phone with them now, too.
with Lamb, Chaisson, Diggs, those guys on the board. You cannot take one of those safeties. A complete reach.
McCarthy looks like he's breathing super heavy. God.
Probably is.
Not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Pick is in for the Cowboys. Here it is.
With the 17th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select CeeDee Lamb.
There it
you
is.
go.
Wow.
Cowboys.
Got him.
The Cowboys.
Eagles
They
fans are
just got more
probably
cowbell.
Yeah, the
fans
Eagles
are probably
fans
so
are
happy.
pissed.
They got so much more cowbell.
C.D.
Oh,
Lamb.
more cowbell for sure.
Best receiver in the draft goes 17 to the Cowboys. We did not think that was realistic at all. I said the Cowboys might be winning the draft so far, ladies and gentlemen.
Sidarian.
C.D. Lamb. Wow.
Set the breads on.
Best player available right there. C. Lamb off the board now. We got the Dolphins on the clock. They already took Tua Tagovailoa.
Here we go.
You got the moves.
Got the moves.
It's a little underthrown.
He's still in bounds and he's in.
He didn't make a move. Oh my God! What a terrible ball. How's he
Soft
catching
coverage,
this?
too.
Jalen Hurts.
Is Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is really good at the screens, as you can see
There
here.
you go. Yeah.
Perfect timing.
That's why I do not want Jalen Hurts.
Anywhere near your
Well, the Bears
organization.
shouldn't be drafting a quarterback regardless, so.
Get up.
Ooh.
Cowboys got C.D. Lamb. Was not expecting that one.
So that means Dez is not coming back.
Jerry was definitely thinking about CD in the shower.
Vitaly Terashenko. $1.99 donation. Thank you very much. Great stream, boys. Who will the Pats take? Appreciate the donation. Patriots, they could be going for a quarterback. They could be going for Jordan Love. I really like Kenneth Murray or Zach Bond for them. Would really like Kenneth Murray for them, so they could kind of fill that linebacker role that they're missing out with losing Kyle Van Noy and Jamie Collins. So Kenneth Murray, Zach Bond, maybe even Josh Uche can kind of fit that. But, yeah, they could be in the
Jerry
market
can't
for
believe it.
Jordan Love is a possibility as well. Yeah, Jerry
Just can't believe it.
Jerry's just pumped. CeeDee
Michael
Lamb.
Irvin's excited.
He's just laughing.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good offense. That's going to be a good offense, folks. I'm just shocked that they ended up with that's a shocker of the draft so far. The Cowboys ended up with CeeDee Lamb. It had to be the pick at the time. In that scenario, I mean, it just had to be the pick. The Dolphins need a lineman to protect Tua. Could they take Josh Jones? I think any of the other offensive linemen would be a reach, but you bring up Ezra Cleveland, Austin Jackson, Cesar Ruiz if they want to go inside. But those would be reaches in my opinion. Josh Jones would be okay here at 18. Maybe a tad bit early, but necessary. But Chaisson sitting on the board. They don't really have a true pass rusher, in my opinion. Shaq Lawson's going to play. Shaq Lawson's going to play more of the D end role. The outside linebacker spot's be more their pass rusher. Van Noy's kind of going to be that hybrid, Flores utility linebacker who's going to provide pass rush. But they don't have that true pass rusher. And Chaisson, well worth the pick here. Top 15 on my board, best available. So Chaisson probably should be the pick, but you need offensive line so badly that you may have to go for a guy like Josh Jones. This could be a trade back spot. Get the offensive line in the correct spots there, where you need them. But basically what I'm getting to here, it's got to be Chaisson on the offensive line. Maybe Justin Jefferson's the wild card pick. You could use a better slot receiver in there. Justin Jefferson, the best true slot receiver, I'd say, in the draft. So that could be the wild card pick. 3:45 left for the Dolphins. What is the chat thinking? What are they going to go with? What do you want them to go with?
They had to get a video of Tua shaving.
Yeah.
It's
Jalen Hurts too.
Oh,
It's a big
Gillette.
commercial. Gillette.
The best a man can get.
Mm-hmm. 3:15 for the Dolphins. So we've only seen one trade so far. We're on pick 18. We've only seen one trade. Wow. That's a wow. A wow. And CeeDee Lamb falling to the Cowboys. Oh, wow.
I'm shocked, Cotton.
I feel shocked.
Nobody saw that?
I feel shocked.
Oh.
We had another donation. Yasher Alvarez, $1.99. Who will the Seahawks take?
I mean, we got to see who's on the board.
Yes, he was on the board, but as of now, it could be trade backs, a very strong possibility. It could be there's the donation popping up. It's could be an offensive lineman, a number of them. It depends on which tackles are left. They could go, if they want to go inside, they can go Cesar Ruiz. If a pass rusher somehow falls, I don't think Chaisson's going to fall. It's a pass rush going to be worth the pick, though. After Chaisson, is the next best pass rusher going to be worth the pick there? That's the question. Maybe a Gross Matos. We're going to have to see then, but I'm kind of leaning towards trade back or offensive line here for them. And maybe for the Dolphins as well. The pick is in for the Dolphins right now. Yeah, like I said, I'd probably go Chaisson. It would help them. He fills a need. He's a fit. But they may have to go, and understandably go, offensive line here for obvious reasons. But we're going to see. Where's the pick?
It's in.
We know what's in, but where is it?
Give it to us.
Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers. The real ones know that.
Home Skillet donated $2. Thank you for the donation. I'm a Lions fan. Should they trade into round one? It's tough to tell at this point. Not this early. Trading into late first and taking, like a Ross Blacklock, defense lineman from TCU, I think would be pretty good. Other than that, you're probably better off staying put. You could possibly get Ross Blacklock staying put. But that'd be a key addition for them. That'd be a key addition. So I think if they trade into late first, some teams back there kind of want to trade back. So that's a possibility. I'd say that's a possibility.
Surprised by something.
Brian Flores has really got some kids over there, some real characters.
Yeah.
They're happy.
He's disappointed in something.
They're happy. Boo.
It's the Dolphins pick.
Uh-oh.
Good news for Tua.
Rodgers blowing picks?
Did he just
He's
blow
probably
up
not
it?
even talking to anyone live.
Austin Jackson, 18. 18.
Yeah,
Wow.
Roger Goodell's tipping picks over here? What is that?
What a snake.
What a snake. Silly little snake.
We heard that Austin Jackson could be a sneaky first-round pick, and Dolphins fans weren't happy seeing that when they were mocked him at 26, and they just took him at 18. So they're happy they got Tua, but the Austin Jackson one's it's a bit of a reach for me. Looking at the Iowa game, he kind of got dominated by AJ Epinesa. It's a bit of a reach, but yeah, they got desperate for offensive line for Tua there. But why not Josh Jones is kind of what I asked though. I feel like you could have gotten Jackson at 26. I think it was possible. So yeah, it's a little bit of a reach. Now we got the Raiders on the clock. Again, let's take Jackson off the board. Jackson for best or where he was for best available remaining. It wasn't super high on Austin Jackson. He was down at the 48th best available. So desperate for offensive linemen. He'll be solid for them. It's a reach there. It's a reach. I know there's a lot of mocks. Like I said, 26 Austin Jackson. And Dolphins fans were not happy with that. They took him at 18. So I just would like to know why Jackson over Josh Jones. I thought Josh Jones was the better
Oh, he's gonna.
the better
Missed his
prospect.
eyebrow.
Yeah.
He went above him.
Yeah.
Got the forehead. Oh my god.
Daniel Jeremiah from the NFL Network. What are they getting?
Man, there's some good players. Some good players still there. A couple reaches like this, like Austin Jackson picks, so that kind of caused it.
Early on the year, and then he got more comfortable as the year progressed. He's only 20 years old. I don't know that he's able to step on the field right now and be an impact tackle, but Lewis, the upside with this kid is off the charts because of his ability to bend his
You spend the 18th pick on a guy that might not be able to step on the field right away. Ugh.
I don't know about that one.
He's unmatched in this draft at the offensive tackle position. You could say at least he's on par with all the other top tackles.
We got a couple donations. We got Yasser Alvarez again, $1.99. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work.
Michael Pittman.
Been watching guys all year. Appreciate it. We will keep up the good work. I'm glad you found our channel. And then we got Scott Bryant donated $1.99. Thank you very much. Are people giving Kenneth Murray enough credits? I think they're in the ballpark. What I see the extra pass rush ability, which I feel like no one's given enough credit in that category, even though he's not a pass rusher. I think he can be. That's the special thing about him. So maybe in that
The Raiders are taking him right here.
in that view, maybe not enough credit. But overall, where he should go, I think people are in the ballpark around there. He should be going pretty shortly, I would think. I don't know if the Raiders go there. The Raiders are going to go corner, I think, here. I think it's I think they go Jalen Johnson from Utah. I've been kind of feeling that pick for the last month, Jalen Johnson for the Raiders. They've shown some interest in him. I think it could be Jalen Johnson here at 19, who is my 4th overall corner. My 2nd overall corner still on the board here with Trevon Diggs. Would love to pick a Trevon Diggs. Not that I would dislike Jalen Johnson, but it'd be a good pick still. But maybe they go Chaisson. Maybe they can't pass up on Chaisson. They pair him with Farrell and Max Crosby.
I think they're texting each other.
I think so.
Touchdown.
I like how they just have Gruden's whiteboard.
Hugh for
behind them.
6.
Yeah.
You can't see anything though.
Well, membership.
Here we go.
Level 2 membership. Thank you for joining.
Here at pick 19, as the Las Vegas
Raiders pick.
their second selection, make a special announcement. As you may know, we are scheduled to host a draft in Vegas this year.
Roger.
So many for the effort they put forth to prepare that
Come on.
possibility. And we think you deserve another shot. So we're happy here to announce that tonight, the Las Vegas Raiders will host the 2020 NFL Draft.
Oh, so they get it next year now.
Congratulations to Mark Davis, the Raiders organization,
Wouldn't it be the 2021?
Raiders Nation.
Did you say 2020?
Yeah, he said
2020.
2020.
I thought he said next year. Did he say 2020 again?
Yeah, he said next year 2020.
He's really blowing it right now. He's sleeping.
Raiders pick.
In the 2020 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Damon Arnett.
Damon Arnett. Wow.
Whoa.
Wild card.
Reach.
Wow.
He's a good ball player though, but I don't know.
That's a shocker. Damon Arnett to the Raiders. News to me corner. I thought they liked Jalen Johnson quite a bit. So Damon Arnett, the 4th corner off the board. That's the interesting thing about the corner, the top 9 corners. After Okudah and Henderson was who would come off the board next in what order, and nobody really was talking about Damon Arnett. So Damon Arnett comes off the board. 2 Ohio State corners.
Oh boy.
Wow. Scott Bryant again, $1.99. Simmons and CD, the steals of the draft so far. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, Jeudy we thought was kind of could happen, but I put that one kind of up there too for the Broncos. I like Damon Arnett. He's physical. He's kind of a safer corner pick. He's not really going to wow a whole bunch. Where am I going here? Damon Arnett, 27th best available, but don't have a huge problem with that one. Damon Arnett was just kind of underrated by the media there. It's surprising though. It's surprising. 8th corner for Danger, my one.
Jeez.
But yeah, corners, for a lot of these guys, like 3 through 9 are just tight. Could go any order. Javon Diggs, my second best corner in the class, though, still on the board.
Mayock's always weird with his rankings.
Him and Daniel Jeremiah, the old buds, not on the same page. Well, the Jags. We saw the Jags take. Who did the Jags take? I'm losing my damn mind.
C.J. Henderson.
C.J. Henderson. Losing my mind here. Took C.J. Henderson, so they.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, what? Shea Patterson?
Yeah, I just see Shea Patterson. Just know it's bad. Oh, he's got
this could be Justin Jefferson here.
good play.
I'd say Justin Jefferson, Ross Blacklock, Kenneth Murray. One of the three. Maybe Mims. We'll throw Mims in there. Anybody else I'd be kind of a little surprised about. All these receivers are so close, but unless they want to double up on corners. They want to double up on corners.
I had him taking Patrick Queen here.
Could go Queen. I forgot about Chaisson. If they can trade Yannick Ngakoue and they need a replacement, Chaisson makes a lot of sense here.
Thank you, Adam, taking Chaisson.
Yeah, I believe I did. You just know that's his son right there. Just the way. I look at the screen. I see all us moving our heads.
I wonder if they can hear the music.
Maybe a little bit.
What was the music choice there? It sounds like.
I like it.
What is that? It sounds like. I don't even know what.
I need that all the time here.
What decade that is? What is that?
I don't even know. It's like a weird.
That's
one.
like 80s right there.
80s.
Yeah, but it's not just like when you think
What
80s
kind of genre?
music, it's not it.
Yeah, what genre of music is that?
That's a weird type of genre.
That's like the music's playing in the 80s movies when guys are like training for the big match.
Or what's the song? Take Me On.
Oh, Take On Me.
Is it Take On Me?
Take On
Yeah. What genre of music is that? What is that?
I don't know what that's considered.
That was a little
Dog
more
shit.
intense than that.
What'd you say?
Dog shit.
Whoa, we can't say that.
That's a great song.
We're live.
Background, yeah, background. Jags are on the clock. I mean, come on. The graphics guy is really just slow on some of these things. They're saying it was The Weeknd. That's a Weeknd song.
Is it really?
No.
Maybe my singing sounded like The Weeknd.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, you got a good voice, just like him.
Thank you. not gonna lie, if I were a rapper, R&B, whatever you would consider him, I don't know if I would like my name to be The Weeknd. Kind of gets old after a while.
He's definitely R&B. He's not a rapper.
They're hanging with the same crowd.
Blinding Nights, The Weeknd. Somebody pull it up on their phone.
Blinding Nights?
This is his new album.
Blinding.
Mute that.
You should have played that song. That would have been great.
Something stupid.
That would have been great. I don't. That's it.
Oh, he definitely took it.
Yeah, that was the first thing I was thinking. It was just like.
I don't think Hurts goes round 1. I'd be shocked. He shouldn't even go round 2, in my opinion, but he probably would. Jags, I mean, you can't miss with the spot. You got Chaisson, you got Mims, Jefferson, Diggs. You can double up on the corners. You got Kenneth Murray. Ross Blacklock's a good fit. Ross Blacklock fits pretty well. Do they want to go with maybe they want to replace Minshew? Maybe they go Jordan Love. He's still there.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Maybe you want to get Leonard Fournette's replacement in there.
I cannot wait for the spelling bee.
It's canceled.
No, but I can't wait for it.
You can do that remote. No, you can cheat.
Who was that on the Cubs?
Bodie.
Pick is in for the Jags.
Bodie's
David
having a
Bowie?
girl.
It's walk-off Yabo Grand Slams. Yeah, that's David Bodie for you.
We miss it too.
We miss him.
Vikings are coming up in a couple picks. And then a couple picks again after that. But I don't think they're going to be picking twice today.
You got a feeling?
I got a feeling.
Oh.
A feeling. I got a Thielen
I got a Thielen.
that they're gonna get. No, they're not gonna get Thielen's partner.
Who made that?
Not me.
Was that you?
No, I didn't make the noise.
I didn't make a noise.
Yeah.
That
Were
was
you thinking
Dan.
in your head?
That was
Danny.
Danny a liar.
I didn't even hear a noise.
It was like a high pitched.
Yeah, Danny a liar.
You singing still?
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
You singing Black Eyed Peas?
Singing I got a Thielen.
Oh, yeah. I got it now.
Nobody's mouth moved. That's why I was confused.
You see Cliff
House.
Kingsbury's house, by the way? Look at this.
You got a field back there? No, it's
turf.
It's patches of turf.
Do.
And a fire. Is that a fake fire?
Yeah, it's a gas fire.
Holy
Yeah, with the
moly.
mountains in the background. Arizona for you, man.
Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Xavier McKee. What?
Why do they gotta show Mel's? Why do they gotta show Mel's?
Bill.
He's a veteran here.
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
The Jags. It's a can't miss spot.
It's a cat.
It's
Can't
a
miss spot.
for the
The
Cats.
Jags are a cat.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select
Chaisson.
Chaisson.
Stays on.
So Chaisson and Josh Allen, big time. Yeah, they don't need no Yannick Ngakoue anymore. It's a good pick there. It's a good pick replacing Ngakoue. We'll see if they trade Ngakoue during this draft at any point. Be pretty wild, but it's it's kind of expected at this point. But Chaisson, Josh Allen, could they be switching to a 3-4? I think that's why they kind of brought in Joe Schobert there. He can play, inside Whit Miles Jack, and then the outsides can be Chaisson and Josh Allen. They need defensive linemen pretty bad, though. They're going to need defensive linemen pretty bad. Maybe we see a trade up for a Ross Blacklock here late first. That's a possibility here. Donation, Scott Bryan again. This time $9.99 he donates. Thank you very much. He's a
Strong.
beast.
That's strong.
How good is Simmons
That's
for my
good.
cards? Night, guys. How competitive do you think they'll be this coming year? That's a sneaky good team. Simmons, I'm curious to see how they use him, but it's a guy that you just use anyway. I think though you're going to use him. They're going to use him inside linebacker, outside linebacker, rushing the quarterback. They'll use him in the slot. They'll use him at safety at times. They're going to use him everywhere. He's a big-time, game-changing player, and the Cardinals definitely got better. It's a sneaky good team because the offense is going to get going. The problem is they pass on that tackle. They definitely need a right tackle, but good thing is we got a whole lot of draft left, so we'll see what they can pull there. Maybe they try to get Trent Williams. That's another left tackle. So, but I love the Isaiah Simmons pick. It wasn't the biggest need, but you pass on a guy like Isaiah Simmons for a need. That's where you mess up because it's a once in a lifetime player. Because I don't have a comparison for him. I've never seen a player, on that level really that can do that much, be that athletic, and be that good, productive. So yeah, I like it for the Cardinals. And yeah, Jaguars ended up with C.J. Henderson, Clavon Chaisson. I was way higher on my board. Yeah, change the background again. Graphics guy, get it together.
Whoa. That would have been nice.
Higher on my board was Chaisson, and then they got Henderson before Chaisson. So that was interesting. But
Interesting.
Josh Allen, Clavon Chaisson.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like it as a Titans fan. That's a good thing for the Jags fans out there.
I think Terrell Lewan and Dennis Kelly can handle.
Dennis Kelly. They might need a right tackle.
No, Dennis can ball.
Pick is in for the Eagles.
Eagles pick is in. I gotta take Chaisson off the board. The Eagles got to be going Mims or Jefferson, I would think. Maybe Kenneth Murray.
Doug Maroon.
Doug Malone.
I think this is Mims or Jefferson. We heard that they're in on Reagor and Ayuk too. I mean, there's 4 receivers I just named.
How could it not be Justin Jefferson?
You can't miss with any of them
How could it not be
because maybe they don't
Justin
want a slot
Jefferson?
receiver. I don't know if the Vikings would want a slot receiver either. They play tight ends in the slot a lot.
What do you need? The Eagles need a slot receiver.
I mean, they
exactly what
they
they
need
need.
both. They need both.
Shaw Jackson's the deep threat. Alshon Jeffries the.
Both get injured. Both are going to be gone after this year.
They got our single Whiteside. Deontay Burnett, he was undrafted on the Titans like a couple years ago.
The Vikings are going to have their choice of a bunch of these receivers here, and they're.
New England's going to get Jordan Love.
I think the Vikings trade 22 still. I think the Colts come up. I'm getting bold here.
They're going to
Specific.
try to jump the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Colts.
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Or do the Vikings just take Jordan Love? I'm kidding.
Trade Kirk.
Oh, Doug's so happy.
Have him sit behind Kirk. Why not? No, we have they have too many other needs there.
They got Justin Jefferson. Doug's so happy. Look at him.
He's on the phone. He definitely just got picked.
Yeah.
ESPN just spoiled it, I think. Jefferson's on the phone. He sounds like he looked like he was pumped there a bit.
Yeah, the family knows. They know something's afoot.
Jefferson's the pick here.
Justin Jefferson's a baller.
He's a baller.
Baller.
What does that mean?
Let the board talk to you. That's some words you better write down if you're a GM.
Let the board talk to you.
Now the Eagles are going to load up.
Quote unquote, load up.
Load it.
Elite. Oh, Howie.
Fly, Eagles, fly. That's all
No.
I got. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all you got.
It's got to be Jefferson here. Pick is in for the Eagles.
Let's
Waiting
go,
on it.
Roger.
He's taking pictures with some jerseys, man.
Brandon, yuck.
What is this building?
It's a strip club, man.
I don't think so.
This building's getting all the attention today.
Here we go.
It's got to be Jefferson.
Oh, my God.
I want to personally thank our fans for your contributions to the NFL Draft Fund.
I literally,
Thank
somebody's
you.
messing with the screen back there.
We encourage you to go to NFL.com/relief and contribute to those most in need. And we thank you again for your support.
It's a slideshow.
Yeah, I think it's pictures.
With the 21st pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Reagor.
Oh, my
wow.
God. They blew it. They
He's
just
on the
gave the
phone.
Vikings Justin Jefferson.
Oh,
Oh, my
there it's
God.
down.
A dang green screen.
That's what happens when they pick Reagor over Jefferson.
Oh.
I like Reagor, though. I like Reagor.
Pete!
You should be very happy, though.
Pete! Pete!
Do you know
Uh,
are the Vikings
wow.
running,
Do you need
sprinting
newbies?
to
I-
Paul Goodell to go to his podium?
Eagles take Jalen Reagor. I'm a fan of Jalen Reagor. You know that. You know, it's still a good pick. I think. You know, that's the great thing about this green screen.
We had some technical
Was getting a better an actual green screen, but
If they get him, are you going to go wild?
couldn't-
Can you scream?
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Can you scream? Yeah! Got him! go.
Reagor fit the best available here at this point. He's a great player, so it's it really felt like Justin Jefferson there. Huh? A lot of struggles today on the stream.
It's all right, man.
It's the Corona's fault. I was getting an actual green screen, and it wouldn't be here until was it June, I think? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I want one of these receivers end of the day.
Did I say this guy reminds me of Deshaun Jackson a little bit?
Yeah,
Maybe that's why they got him.
maybe. Yeah, they value the outside just a little more.
It's kind of scary that you have to like scheme plays for the guy. I mean, that's a good. It's good in a sense, but like this early for a player like that.
Yeah. I mean, Justin Jefferson's the guy that's not supposed to be here right now. I do have Denzel Mims higher, but for the Vikings, you know, I would prefer Jefferson. I would prefer Jefferson and Ayuk over Mims for the Vikings, even though Mims higher my board. That just because of what happened in the past with the Vikings, I think Mims would work out. But Jefferson's, Mims a guy we expected to be here. Jefferson's a guy we did not expect to be here. But the question is, since he played in the slot a lot, the Vikings play, not that they can't make it work, but they play. Do they want more of an outside receiver like the Eagles did? But Jefferson can play both. We really felt that Jefferson was the pick.
We saw him on the phone.
We saw him on the pick is in for the Vikings. Here we go.
I need a reaction.
If it's not a receiver at all, I don't know. I don't know how you doing over there. It better be. They're not gonna. They wouldn't take Diggs. They wouldn't take Diggs.
Did you get it?
Ow.
Pick's got to be Justin Jefferson.
It is. We saw him on the phone.
He's staying in purple and yellow, but we saw him on the phone. We might be 3 picks ahead here. They're slow.
They are slow. That's true.
Wow.
We might be on to the Vikings' second pick already.
Who's after the Vikings here? New England, right?
New England. Thought there'd be a trade up for the spot. Maybe there's just somebody that's too good to pass on here.
Where do you have Antoine Winfield going?
Late first, early second. I didn't have him going first in my latest mock.
I had him going to the Dolphins in the first.
26th.
26.
Okay.
There was an Eagles fan on Twitter. There was an Eagles fan on Twitter that was telling me Reagor was very overrated, should be a third-round pick.
Well, how you feeling?
How's he feeling now?
Justin Jefferson on the board. The Cowboys got CeeDee Lamb. You guys got Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, 22 picks in, only 1 trade. This is wild.
And it was a 1-spot trade.
In a 1-spot trade, yeah.
This reminds me of the fashion song.
I don't remember what that was.
It was just
Some fashion song.
I think we literally searched
Some fashion song.
fashion music.
Oh, man. Justin Jefferson.
I mean, you watch Justin Jefferson, he reminds you of Adam Thielen a little bit. You can see the similarities there. Did you get 2 of them?
2 of them guys.
Can make it work.
You better go nuts, man.
It's probably not even a receiver.
That'd be so funny.
Like, there's other players I'd be okay with, but how do you pass on these good of receivers here? I would love Trevon Diggs, but I'm not going to take somebody with that last name.
Maybe.
It'd be pretty wild.
What's going on with your hair, Mel?
Mel.
The Chargers just traded for the Patriots pick.
Chargers traded for the Patriots pick. Chargers up to 23. They need a tackle to protect Justin Herbert. It's going to be Josh Jones. There's going to be Ezra Cleveland. I predicted a Chargers trade up, but it was for Austin Jackson, who the Dolphins took too early, so it could have been for him. Probably not, because they'd be trading up for somebody lower on their board. Probably not. So the Vikings are on their pick is in. It's got to be Justin Jefferson here. I view him as more of a fit than Denzel Mims for sure for them. And the next pick was supposed to be the Patriots, but it's going to be the Chargers. And
As reported by Pete.
As reported by our own Pigskin Pete, and it's going to be Ezra Cleveland or Josh Jones. I'd prefer Josh Jones for them. It'd be a pretty good move, I think, to trade up for Josh
Drew,
Jones.
what are you doing?
He didn't have his gamer grip on.
Look at this Kirk to Thielen. Look at that. Look at that.
Love to see it.
Oh,
Look at this Rudy.
Offensive pass interference.
he almost dropped the snap, too.
Nigga, Justin Jefferson. The Eagles just blew it. I don't know what they're doing.
Reagor can play.
I'm giving the Eagles a C-.
Reagor can
Oh my
ball.
God, we already know the pick. Just get on with it.
Oh,
I don't think we know the pick.
Twitter does.
We do know the pick. Justin Jefferson was on the phone. He didn't get picked from the Eagles.
Could have been talking to the Saints.
No.
We're behind right now. And we were saying it was a guarantee to the Eagles because he was on the phone. You just don't know.
Now it's a guarantee of the Vikings. Rick's so happy.
Rick's is
Zimmer's not. He's like, I want
Zim's a
defense.
hunter
Are those his kids?
On the wall?
On the wall.
Zim.
No, it's not Spielman.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Fam. Zim just went up a book notch in my book.
Skull.
Skull.
Just give me one of these
What a
receivers.
loser.
Goodell loves the Vikings fans. There it is.
Yes! Fuck yeah! Whoa, we're done now.
Oh, that's how you
There he is.
And the stream suddenly goes down.
The stream's down. Justin Jefferson staying in purple and yellow.
My number 3 receiver goes 5th receiver.
Vitaly Terashenko donated $4.99. Pat's out. Thanks for the great stream, boys. Appreciate you joining us. Thanks for the donation. Patriots trade pick to Cardinals. Chargers. The Arizona Cardinals. The Chargers. Justin Jefferson. And we got another pick coming up. We ain't done, I hope.
Under who? You just said that they're only going to pick one.
Look at that.
Why was he throwing
Oh,
the
Ricky
ball?
Jefferson.
I don't remember Ricky.
No.
I remember Jordan, though.
LSU fam.
And that's the best one.
The Jefferson family.
Yes, and hey, listen, and I love this pick as a football player. Now, I'm really interested to see how Minnesota will work this out because, you know, Adam Thielen works the slot a lot in Minnesota. Justin Jefferson was not
They both could play inside, outside.
Yeah, Thielen's
at LSU, so
pretty good outside, actually.
there's going to be very interesting. But this kid can flat out play football. He made great plays deep, made plays over top of people, and when he does get the ball in his hands,
Justin Jefferson dominates the zone coverage. Dominates it.
plays out of them. Justin
Oh, my God. Did you see that?
We want the Niners. The Niners with the heavy zone. They want
He's
them. They
playing
want
outside.
them
Oh, my God. He's playing outside. He doesn't know how to do that. What is that? He doesn't know how to play outside.
Touchdown.
Oh, Vikings
was he
push
in?
off there.
So stupid.
Gotta respect it.
He's always where he's supposed to be. He's a pro. And when I talked to the folks down at LSU, they said,
Oh, Joe.
This is
ball.
this is a
God.
Joe highlight right here.
He's got open, and he's gone.
Joe put the ball there.
He
for
did.
him.
He stiff-armed him. He's gone.
But Kirk's going to be putting the ball there, all right? Kirk's accurate. You
like
just
that?
got to get the ball downfield.
Oh, he's holstering.
DJ, I'm surprised he was there. I thought he'd go more middle of the first round at 13, 14, 15 area. The big games.
Yeah.
Clemson late in the year, he had 30
Zim's daughter.
great football games. They ran 4 straight. The combine
Leave it to Danny.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, leave it to Danny.
Leave it to Danny. The Chargers are on the clock. What am I doing?
those drops, and Justin Jefferson became like Joe Burrow, a completely different player in 2019 as he was in 2018. That allowed him to move up from the second round into the first round.
Marts, Chargers.
Good call.
Cardinals.
It's the Cardinals.
What is the graphics guy doing? Pick was traded.
Slacking.
This has got to be Ezra Cleveland or Josh Jones. I'd prefer Josh Jones.
Pick number 23 to the Los Angeles Chargers for second and
Oh,
Second and third.
decent.
As expected. Second and third round goes to the Patriots. They gained some more picks. I think moving back, they want to get a comfortable spot to take maybe Cole Kmet for the Patriots there. Was it going to be a first round pick? Chargers, 23rd pick.
defensive help. They got
Defensive help.
on the other side of the football.
They need
Linebackers sitting there right now would make a lot of sense.
Kenneth Murray.
Los Angeles Chargers
He has a Bosa helmet.
for attack.
Hit Bosa's helmet on his.
I think it's got to be tackle. I think you got to trade up for Josh Jones. It could be Ezra Cleveland, but Schefter just said defense. That could be Kenneth Murray to play. I would like Kenneth Murray in their system outside. Queen, maybe. It's got to be a tackle. You got Herbert. You got to give him the protection.
Schefter knows something. He's a little snake.
He knows not just.
They got to
something, he
get
knows
protection for the first class
Anthony
bust.
Lynn went with the wrong
First
helmet on his desk over
everything.
here.
That's Bosa's.
This Bosa's, but you want
I like the
dark,
numbers on the
You want
helmet.
the dark blue one. You should want
I'm
the
feeling the numbers on the
other one.
helmet.
Yeah,
How about the Chargers surfboard?
that's a pretty sweet surfboard.
That's a sweet surfboard.
That's what I just said, Pete.
That's what I just said, Scott.
I just said it.
I just said it, Scott.
I just said it, Pete.
Scott.
They should have Sergio
Surf's
Dip
up.
up there.
Surf's up, bruh. Jordan
Jordan
Love.
Love.
Then the Chargers take Jordan Love.
They're going dual quarterback offense.
No, 3.
And they'll sign Cam Newton.
It's got to be a tackle. Shefty's saying defense, though.
He knows something.
Should be Josh Jones.
The 2020 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select
Kenneth
Kenneth Murray,
Murray.
linebacker, Oklahoma.
I like Kenneth Murray and Gus Bradley's scheme there. Going to play outside linebacker, and he's going to get after the quarterback while doing it.
What is that painting back behind them?
He looks like the Old Spice guy.
So they still have an opening at left tackle. Herbert, the first-class bust, is going to get he's going to get some pressure.
Saved a woman's life with CPR last year.
He's a
I like
beast.
this guy.
And he was a kid that people saw right away. His uncle said, I called him Meat because at the
Meat.
age of 2,
Dan, can we call you Meat from now on?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Saints. I had Kenneth Murray for the Saints. I thought that was a really good fit, and the Chargers just jumped right ahead of them, so they felt the same way there.
What a move.
He was the third best player available. Like him in Gus Bradley's defense. We got the Saints on the clock now.
Good physicality.
Good physicality.
Look at him on the edge.
Good closing speed.
He waited a little bit too long.
He's a pass rusher now. Look at that.
Oh, what a beast.
Disruptive in the pocket, as they say.
We're on the 24th pick. Saints are on the clock. 5:10 left.
Boom. See ball, hit ball.
He's gonna be really good on the Chargers defense. They're building that They're building that defense up over there. They do need a tackle, but Kenneth Murray was better
Holy
available than a
moly,
tackle
he's
there,
fast.
so you can't blame him for that.
It's fast. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
He's a beast.
And they got their better player at 23rd.
And even our Oregon insider said so.
Oh yeah. Easily.
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 Moose?
Was that there the first time?
No?
Did we even see this?
Yeah, we saw the surfboard.
Oh, Lincoln's happy.
I think the Saints kind of wanted Kenneth Murray there. I also like Reagor for them. I kind of like Brandon Ayuk for them. He's still available.
Whoa, they're pumped.
Love it.
Pumped.
Saints might be looking to trade back here. The Vikings would be up next. They might be looking to trade back. They can't help themselves. And they just couldn't trade back with 22. There was just somebody too good there for them to pass up.
Oh. Watch this girl. She's like, nope.
Saw that live.
Hey, Pete, did you see we got Justin Jefferson? I don't know if you saw that.
I know.
We. Pete's not part of your we.
No, we.
You.
Me and the Vikings.
Oh,
we got
okay.
him. We got him. He's
Oh,
ours.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Congratulations.
What are you thinking, Super Bowl or? Oh, boy.
This guy.
Leave it to Dan.
Leave it to Dad.
New series called Leave It to
Ain't nothing wrong with
If
that.
there's no NFL season, we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have to.
Every Sunday at noon.
It's just
Leave
not-
It to Dan.
Every Sunday at noon. Yeah. It will have a whole like Fox Sports show before, like
No,
a whole
I
like
think he should
pregame
do
What
show.
do you
that.
think it's gonna do this time?
We'll have Rob Riggle on it. He'll make his bold predictions.
I'll be Rob Riggle.
No,
He should be on
you're
the
Scott.
afternoon
You're
slot. I don't think he gets the noon slot.
What do you think? It's the late afternoon.
Yeah, the late afternoon slot.
Who's gonna be prime? We all have our own slots every
Right.
week. We'll shift,
Who gets prime time? Yeah.
but every single show is Leave It to Dan.
No, you're Monday night for Boog.
Oh yeah, for sure Monday night.
Who else but Dan?
Who else but shirt pants?
What?
Why is Viking Pete saying we? What do you mean? We. We.
Exactly.
We all the way home.
Wee wee.
Wee
I think he's a little excited about Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
Eagles just blowing it.
Reagor is a beast, okay?
It's not Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson's high. Reagor's a freak.
He's good, yeah, but not Justin Jefferson.
I told you they didn't want a slot.
Reagor's my 6th receiver. Jefferson's my 3 receiver.
Oh. So you're saying a big jump there?
But what it's different for every single team. Like
They needed a slot receiver.
they need
And
outside
he can
too.
play outside too. I don't.
These Saints better hurry up here.
Ugh.
They're gonna run with 2 receivers though, 2 tight ends.
Justin Jefferson's Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas?
Michael Thomas.
be
Michael
ready.
Thomas?
You're gonna have to put some size on him.
Just be ready.
Pete's hot take of the day.
No, he's just like.
Pete, you got moved to the afternoon
yeah,
slot.
So who's winning the draft? The Cowboys or the Vikings?
Usually the Vikings. Who's Mr. Third Down for them? Who do they look for on third down?
They look for. I mean, it's not. It's
Sean Payton getting up there in age here, boys.
It's usually. I mean, if
It's usually
Thielen's
Thielen. but
playing.
Now it's Michael Thomas. Or not Michael Thomas. It's Justin Jefferson. That's like what he is. It's just like you look for your security blanket. It's just him. He's always open. It's Joe Burrow's security blanket over there.
He's always open to.
He takes the shots with Jamar Chase, but then he's whoever Mr. Reliable, Justin Jefferson.
And if we're playing his own team, Jefferson's gonna tear it up. Which the top, look at the Niners, the Seahawks. It's all pure zone right there. They're game planning for those NFC teams that they just couldn't beat last year. They're game planning it. What was more surprising, the Cowboys getting Lamb where they got him, or Vikings
CeeDee
Jefferson?
Lamb.
Yeah. What should the Saints do here?
This is a weird spot.
I mean, it feels like they're good for corner this year. They're okay for corner this year, but I mean, taking Diggs is my guy. It's my guy out of the draft right
With
there.
Twizzlers. He's winning the draft.
But do they go Jordan Love? Do they do it? Do they go the receiver? I think they'll like Ayuk. Could they get ready for Armstead's departure soon with Josh Jones?
boy.
What is it? We got Jefferson.
The heat. He'll bring the heat. Come on, Dad. Bring the heat. Oh, look at those kicks.
Come on, Dad. Blueface Coot.
Jimmy Moore's coming out of Texas. Yeah, he will bring the heat.
There we go. That's what we need.
Jimmy Morris.
Vikings are on the clock.
The graphic moved before we're hearing this.
Before we got the Saints pick,
Yeah.
we're moving on.
Who dat?
Who dat?
Who's it going to be? It's a mystery. Cesar Ruiz.
We're just stacking that all line. Oh, he's balling.
Oh man.
Cesar Ruiz. That's a surprising man. That's
I like
a,
this guy. Motion.
He's a man's man.
It's a man's man right
Man,
there.
not afraid to cry.
That's a surprise. That's one of the more surprising picks of the day.
Heavy heart. Who you don't see in the picture there, Cesar Ruiz, is his father. Cesar Edward Ruiz. 31
Cesar Ruiz.
dedicated his career to his father, who in December of 21 pulled over on the side of a road, Route 55 in South Jersey, to help another car whose driver was trying to change a flat tire. He was then struck and killed by a driver who reportedly fled the scene of the accident. His father was 26 at the time.
You know, these little chunkers down back in the day.
Chunkers.
He's a big boy.
Man. Surprising pick. They drafted Eric McCoy, who played center at a very high level last year, so Ruiz would be playing guard. They signed Andrews Pete to a big deal. Maybe they're just planning for the future there with Larry Warford. I don't think Ruiz starts this year. Unless Larry Warford could be a surprise cut
What we
here.
were talking about, we were like, Saints don't really have any holes.
I think they need another receiver. Sanders gets hurt. They don't have
Maybe they just had a real high grade on Caesar over here, and they're like, oh, we got to take him.
a center that's going to move to guard here because Eric McCoy played damn good at center last year, the rookie from last year.
Oh, God. Hopefully no passes here.
Vikings are on the clock again. They already got Justin Jefferson. Might be a good day for them. They could trade back, though.
Please don't pass the ball. Please don't pass the ball. Oh.
They don't even show that. in
Here's
the play.
number 2.
Oh.
They didn't even show the end of the play.
Yeah, it's the game that stands out. It's an absolute downpour, and they just ran it down their throats with the help of Cesar Ruiz.
Get a guy like Cesar Ruiz to help the interior. Yeah, Bill, I thought he was a top interior offensive lineman in this draft.
Yeah, he was the best interior offensive lineman in a weak interior offensive lineman draft here, but he's definitely a first-round pick. The Saints are just smart planning for the future, I suppose. I just don't know if he gets on the field this year not because of his talent, just because maybe they move on from Larry Warford. Maybe, their weak spot, they didn't really have a weak spot last year, but if there was a weak spot, when healthy, it was kind of Andrews Pete, who still has the upside to give him the big contract. So, won't be replacing Pete, though.
Oh.
Family man.
What is this kid? What's this fashion here?
Hood up, hat on top of the hood. That's
Jersey
a bold
over a hoodie, hood up.
I didn't
hat
take
Short
Hood up.
sleeve hoodie.
Maybe it's a
Cesar
What's going
Ruiz,
on?
16th
There's a
best
lot going on
available.
there. We might need to break that down.
He's going with the Cam Newton. Remember Cam Newton had the towel and he tucked it into his shoulder pads?
That's
what he
that's
was
a
doing.
classic Cam look.
Are they hinting at something for
Should we
next
do
year?
a new fashion video to
Yeah,
the,
we need to break
the
that
draft
down. We need to
fashion?
break that one down.
There's some weird ones.
Draft fashion. Why doesn't it say show the clock? It just says on the clock for the Vikings.
They're taking time.
They're
out.
on the line.
Might be trading.
The Vikings are trading
Trade, yep.
out to the Niners.
To the
The
Bears.
Niners are trading up.
Oh.
So the Vikings still have a first-round pick then. They pick 31.
Trade alert.
So Minnesota, who had 2 first-round picks because of the trade they made when they sent Stephon.
We thought the Niners would trade back with 31. They trade back with 13. They trade up with 31 to 25. So the Vikings stay in the first round. I wasn't going to be happy with a trade back because we already had a lot of picks, and I wanted to keep 2 first-round picks. The Vikings are going to keep that, though. They're going to pick 31. Zeke Gonzalez, $1.99. Don't, yeah. You can't doubt them. Like I was saying, they're smart. I talk about the Packers succeeding this way. They are smart, and appreciate the donation, by the way. Let's see.
117 and 176 to Minnesota for the 25th overall pick. And what
That's
the
nice.
49ers
It's actually a
doing
good haul.
in this deep wide receiver class, they need to strengthen that position. They lost Emmanuel
Yeah, they got 2 picks for trading back. 6 spots?
right now.
Can't they get a 4th and a 5th? Something
Wow.
Like that?
Jalen Hurd is coming back on.
That's about right because they're not getting they can't get a 3rd out of that, so they're getting a 4th and a 5th.
There's a lot of wide receivers out there, and the 49ers just have made the move right now to trade all those picks up to Minnesota's spot to take a wide receiver here.
Denzel Mims would be big time for the Niners right here.
Oh boy.
I mean, Ayuk would be good too. Chenault would be good too, but I mean, Mims outside.
Chenault's
Back to
speed
the donation. Yeah, one of those teams that just consistently good. They're just smart at having the next man up. Offensive line. How important offensive line, especially with Drew Brees and whoever's going to be the quarterback after Drew Brees. It's got to be the Warford replacement. Just might not be this year. So, yeah, the downside is you might not see an impact from their first round pick this year. You definitely can, but definitely smart about the future here.
TJ Hushmanzada.
Because the Saints are a team that can afford to do that too. I say.
Daniel Jeremiah's thinking Brandon Ayuk.
He's a big Ayuk guy.
He is a big Ayuk guy.
I like Mims for them though so much. I don't hate Ayuk at all. I like him still, but. Brandon Ayuk. So the Niners come away with Javon Kinlaw and Brandon Ayuk. Pretty solid day, and we didn't have the Niners on the.
Forks up.
Too late to put the graphic up.
Put the
Dolphins. Brandon Ayuk, first round receiver here, 7th best available at this point.
He's long.
Yeah, he's a long 5'11".
81-inch wingspan, longest of any player under 6 feet in combine history. What's 81 inches? It's ridiculous.
That is massive.
It's, what is that, 6'9"?
Yeah.
6'8", 6'9", yeah.
Jesus, 6'9" inch.
How does that just happen to somebody?
6'9" inch wingspan for a 6. Well, how tall is he? He's 5'11".
5'11", 5'8".
What?
He's he's about around the same height as. That was the game winner right there against the Ducks. Should we call our Ducks insider?
You probably don't want to talk about that.
He knows all about Ayuk.
What a move.
So the Vikings have 14 total picks in the draft where they took one already, so 13 total picks in the draft, and they're still going to be picking another time here in the first round. That's pretty nice.
Look at that draft.
Stop talking about your team.
Kinlaw and
right?
Ayuk.
Yeah.
Finkel
Well,
and
that trade just
Einhorn.
happened, so I'm kind of really just thinking about it now.
Okay.
Einhorn and Finkel.
Kinlaw and Ayuk.
Enough talk.
Enough talk.
You
Time
said
to
Let's
get to
get
work.
downrange.
Oh, I
time to
thought you
get
said
down to
let's
work.
get down range. Dang it. Definitely a Joe Burrow guy.
She's messing with the printer over there.
Definitely a Joe Burrow guy.
Do the Miami Dolphins double up on the offensive lineman? They can go. They would have taken Ruiz perhaps, but they could double up on the tackles. They can take Josh Jones, who I like better than Austin Jackson. They can put, I'd say, Josh Jones at right tackle. That would be ideal. They can grab. That could be the route there.
Or was that Kinlaw?
That could be the route.
His dad was on the
Dude,
floor.
they could reach for a running back. My number one running back is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't know if they'll go that route, though. I know they like Dobbins quite a bit. It sounded like that Swift could have been the first running back taken, though. I wouldn't take a running back at 26, and Edwards-Helaire is my number one running back. So if I'm going to take a running back, it's going to be him. But Josh Jones actually could be a guard, too. I think he would play right tackle, or he can play guard. It could be Josh Jones. It could be Josh Jones.
I haven't been on Twitter at all. Matt Miller's like, Reagor over Jefferson? Really? Really? Ooh.
I like Reagor.
Ugh.
I mean, I had Jefferson higher, but I like Reagor.
Ugh.
It does feel like, for some reason you can kind of feel Carson Wentz and Justin Jefferson, though,
I thought that was it.
kind of like a Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
That was his guy. He was just going to dish it to him all day.
Rager's going to be good for them, though. Jonathan Taylor, yeah, I heard today that he could go first. I just don't know if I see. All it takes is one team, I guess. Just Taylor with 920 or so career carries shows the wear could come up early on in his career. He also had 15 fumbles in 3 years. So both of those things combined tell me you got to limit him. Running back kind of the position already. They have to be just insane, Saquon Barkley level. Or better to take him in the first round these days and factor all that in. There's a lot of teams that wouldn't even take Taylor in the second round for those reasons. So all it takes is one team, though. But I would not be a fan of that pick. Taylor would be good. He can be a home run hitting threat there, big playability, but he also can hurt you too. I mean, we saw it multiple times. Saw it in the Rose Bowl. So I don't know about that. Seahawks could trade back if Josh Jones is there for the Seahawks. If Josh Jones is there for the Seahawks, you probably got to go that route. Does this channel? It's the same exact bottom thing, right? Same exact.
Kittle.
And we have Goat House merch outfits, but
I have a hoodie and a long sleeve tee. It's kind of hot in here.
Shirt's over there.
Oh, sure.
No. Jimmy Kimmel, huh? I can't stand these commercials.
Who?
Is that just some random person? They just playing it there?
Jeez. You're a better camera, man.
Dolphins are in talks of trading with the Packers.
Packers coming up for their receiver. They gotta
They're in
have
talks. That's not
Denzel Mims. They gotta have him. Nicholas Braun, $2 donation. Thank you very much, sir. Denver trade back in the first for Queen. Oh, I can see it. That's a Vic Fangio guy. I can see it. Maybe it's not likely. Like chances are, maybe not, because some things and some stuff need to happen.
Things and stuff.
But I like the fit. I could see it. Thank you for the donation. So yeah, the Packers are trying to jump the Seahawks, mainly the Ravens there. If they do officially trade, the Denzel Mims will be big time for the Packers. Big time.
Packers are up.
Packers are on the clock. They traded up. They need that receiver. They need Denzel Mims.
This sucks. I'm upset.
I'm upset. I'm surprised. You were calling the receiver run. I'm kind of surprised. I thought
they're that good.
I thought that was the last.
They're that good. Because even last year we thought.
What if they took Jordan Love?
Maybe.
That would have been great.
Aaron
That would
Rodgers.
have been great if they did.
It doesn't help their cause this year. That's for sure, or even next year. You kind of heard that Rodgers. I've heard from people that Rodgers could only have 1 or 2 more years left and surprise everyone. And I wasn't really buying that, but if they take Jordan Love, I'm starting to buy that. So it's not really going to be a good day for the Pack. They get a good backup quarterback and future starter, but
it's definitely
it's Mims. It's Denzel Mims. You don't trade up ahead of the Seahawks, the Ravens. It's Denzel Mims. It's got to be
paid. Definitely gave all the players because all the players have those
Matt
headphones.
LaFleur's not wanting to show his house. What's up with that, man?
What is that? What is that green screen behind him?
Yeah.
It's terrible. Looks like it's going to fall down.
Who's it going to be?
It's got to be Denzel Mims.
Higgins.
He's making the call.
T. Higgins is my guy.
It's got
See if
to
we
be.
could lip read.
My fifth receiver.
Oh.
Mims is number 8 for me. He's no.
You just really feel Cole Kmet. I don't know about. I'm a Cole Kmet fan, first tight end for me, but I don't know about him in the first round. They just drafted Sternberger last year as well. I know they different type of tight ends. You want to pair those two together. It makes sense, but
If
no,
it's not receiver, they're stupid.
you don't trade up, but you don't trade up for Cole Kmet.
It's got to be a receiver.
Yeah, it's Denzel Mims. It absolutely has to be Denzel Mims.
T. Higgins.
I've only heard second round for T. Higgins, even though he should be late first.
26th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. The Green Bay Packers select Jordan Love.
Oh,
Wow.
Told you. I was like,
Wow.
Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
Aaron Rodgers is the same age as Brett Favre was in 2005.
Oh, wow.
when
Wow.
they selected
Who are they trading ahead of to get a quarterback?
Seattle, Baltimore. Who else is up there?
Seattle,
Ten-
Russell
Name me
Wilson,
two
Lamar
elite
Jackson.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, no,
Seattle, Baltimore.
No, I'm just reading through
Titans?
these. It just doesn't make sense.
Tana Thrill?
This actually might be a little bit of a sad day for Packers fan. This could tell us that Rodgers could be gone soon, which is.
Love to see it. Pun intended, too.
Love.
But the good news is, I mean, this is a perfect situation. You know, Jordan Love has the upside. He's got the upside. He's going to learn behind Aaron Rodgers. I mean, perfect situation. You just don't help yourself this year, and Rodgers' window might be very, very short. I've heard that, you know, during this last year that Rodgers could be done in a year or two, and I wasn't buying it. But now I'm kind of back in. Now I'm kind of buying that. A few more years. He wants to win now, but they didn't help him out with that right here.
It's a good ball. Wow.
I mean, overall, I mean, Packers fans, I don't think will be happy with that. But overall, there's good.
I mean, they could have gotten somebody here that could help them win now. They didn't
Yeah.
do that. They got somebody for the future.
They must have a feeling that it's the near future. I think Rodgers got 2 more years.
What pick did Rodgers go originally when they
Couldn't tell you the exact pick.
Somewhere around here.
Somewhere around here, yeah.
That's wild. What if it was the 26th pick?
Whoa.
We'll find out.
Matt LaFleur's excited. It's like, that's my quarterback.
The downside is you don't really help yourself now, but there's good from that. But my problem is like trading up there. You traded up ahead of the Seahawks, the Ravens,
Maybe,
the
I don't know,
Titans.
maybe someone was trying. Maybe they thought someone was
24th
trying to
pick
trade up.
for Rodgers.
What did they trade? Do we know what they traded? Seahawks. Josh Jones makes a lot of sense. They need more help on the offensive line. Dwayne Brown could be done. Their best offensive lineman, perhaps,
Tight window.
could be done soon.
It's like kill your receiver, man.
But Trevon Diggs is a press cover 3 corner. He will thrive in that. That's exactly what the Seahawks defense runs. But they have a number of corners that can play. I just really love the fit of Diggs in Seattle. I think he'll be really good if he went there. But Josh Jones, Ezra Cleveland maybe.
Rodgers is a California kid. It makes sense.
Brett Favre was 35, so basically the same age when this happened. But Jordan Love's story is fascinating on a lot of levels, and for more on that, let's check in with our Susie.
I wonder how he feels about not playing for a couple years.
Jordan Love story has been a wild card in this draft, and we're all surprised that Green Bay traded up to take you, Jordan. What about you?
Oh, I'm just super excited. Yeah, it's just all excitement right now.
Would you have ever expected this?
Hey, I mean, I didn't know what to expect coming into this, so I'm super excited. Had some good talks with coaching staff here at Green Bay, so I'm excited.
So what do you think you can learn from Aaron Rodgers?
Stuff.
Questions are terrible.
From Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's one of the goats right there in the game, and I'm excited to be able to come back behind.
Whatever happened to Deshaun Kaiser?
Is it the Raiders last? That didn't work out.
He didn't get the XFL debut.
No, he's giving it a shot in the NFL still, back up.
Interesting.
It's just a big, strong arm. That's all he is.
A big strong arm.
I was going to say big boy. He's kind of a big boy.
Slightly athletic.
Doesn't look athletic.
Poor
but
man's-
slightly athletic.
You know who?
Very poor man's Jameis Winston.
Very poor man's.
Jordan Love looks like Denzel Valentine in a little bit.
No.
A little bit.
No.
I can not.
The head
Yeah, I'm on board.
structure.
I'm
The
on
head
board.
structure.
The head structure.
I'm on board with that.
I'm off.
You're off.
I'm off
Yeah,
board.
I'm
Looks
off.
nothing like
I'm
him.
off.
It's the head structure.
I'm
man.
out.
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not saying he's
I'm
identical
out.
twin.
I'm out.
Jordan's father with him and some of his siblings. For those that
Seahawks, 27th pick, 250 left. They're a trade back type of team. They could trade back. They also could go. I love the fit of Diggs, but I think they're more likely to go like Josh Jones or Ezra Cleveland here. Make sure the offensive line's set for Russell Wilson because they want to win now. Russell Wilson can be the very best player in the NFL if he's protected there, or if not. Pick is in. They're not trading it. People would have maybe said that was bold of the Seahawks not to trade the pick, and they did it. They didn't trade it.
Peter, you pumped?
Huh?
Coming up here, you
Are you
pumped?
gonna react wildly for your pick?
Depends on who they pick.
Packers are going to be okay with that quarterback in the future.
I think they're going to trade.
My only problem is trading ahead of these teams. I just what?
Jeff texted me that Tua reminds me of James Harden. LOL. Quote of the day.
Was he like rewatching the replay or something? That was
I don't
long ago,
know.
right?
Leave it to Dan.
We thought you were kidding, but you were dead serious with
No,
that.
no, I was kidding.
No,
It
you
was
weren't.
lefty. That
No,
was
you weren't.
I just
literally-
texted him lefties.
Leave it to Dan.
Leave it to Dan.
You're naming all these different lefties, and I was like James Harden.
You sounded serious, so
Yeah.
it was good.
That was a serious joke.
in the first round at the 24th pick of 2005 draft. Okay, before we get to our next pick, we have a special message now from some people.
How many special messages do we need to have?
Special message. Okay, we'll get to that a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna happen at some point tonight, I suppose.
What?
Seattle is up on the board at 27. Obviously, the NFC West is a very, very difficult division. We've seen it top to bottom, and obviously the Arizona
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
they've made in the
Best division in football, top to bottom.
Kyler Murray overall. So where do we think Seattle is going? Lewis, let's start with you as we take a look.
Oh my God! Just get to Goodell.
Seahawks at 27.
Well, I think the lines are really working. Look to address right here, both offensively and defensively.
It's the best one. We're literally all in sync.
So who do you think the Bears are drafting at QB next year? Somebody asked
hey,
him.
hey.
Terrell Lewis is high up on my board because he's very talented. I don't think he goes tonight, though, because he has some injury concerns. For the most part, healthy last year, but past injury concerns. So I don't think Terrell Lewis goes today, even though he's third best available. First-round talent, but yeah.
All right, Lewis, thanks very much.
I would still like the pick, though, if somebody around this part of the draft took him.
Russell Wilson, they've had issues on the offensive line as long as
I was just thinking Gross Matos is still there.
a couple of times.
Is that who you want?
Well, I was kind of assuming late first, early second for him.
I don't know if he fits the Titans really. Is he? I mean, we play outside linebacker. I don't know.
I don't really see that.
We're not there yet, Pete.
I don't know.
We're
but
not there
the
yet.
Seahawks could take him, but I'm just.
Special message from some people working very hard on the front lines at center
Oh my Lord.
Seattle.
Chef Matteo Cassini.
Right now, this kitchen is pumping out 3,500 meals for our community every day.
Pumping him.
And we are gearing up to do more by the day. Just like our Seahawks, we're about putting in the work and taking action.
See Pete?
I love how Pete was in there.
Gotta respect it.
Uh-huh.
Now, let's welcome a new face to our home. Go Hawks!
Seahawks.
12th man. Does there say 12th man on the side?
I think so.
It's great to see our teams and stadiums helping those who need it the most in our communities. So with the 27th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Jordan Brooks.
Jordan Brooks.
The Seahawks always just do
Wow,
this.
yeah,
They
it's just
do
a
this all the
surprising
time.
pick every year. I like Jordan Brooks. I'm confused about the pick though. This is an inside linebacker, and the Seahawks have the best inside linebacker in all of football in Bobby Wagner, and they play a 4-3, one inside linebacker. So is the plan to move this dominant run defender from the inside to the outside, or is the plan to move to a 3-4 defense? It could. We'll see. I don't know. Or you see him outside here. He got his reps on the outside, but I view him as an inside linebacker. He's going to come into the league, stopping the run. He could work on the pass coverage ability, but see, he's saying it after me. He's listening.
Just quicker than that.
Quicker than fast.
Well, there's the good coverage right there. Oh, and he picked it off.
Athlete.
We heard he can go first, but was not expecting to see Seahawks always do it. Yeah. That Oklahoma State game for him was ridiculous.
Ball.
Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks. I'm about to throw something out the window. Seahawks fans are not expecting that one, but you
gotta expect if you're.
You gotta
a
expect
Seahawks
something.
Fan. If you're a Seahawks fan, you should just know.
Brooks is a good player, though. It's a good player. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do. I view him as an inside linebacker. He can do more, but the Ravens were apparently in on Jordan Brooks too. But Queen might be the better option here. 26th best available at the time. I do like Brooks. It's a guy, watching him stop the run, sniffing out the runs in the backfield, making the big hit, big stop. A guy you're not budging, if you're short yard situation, it's a guy you really like there. Because they have Bobby Wagner. KJ Wright's probably almost on his way out there, and then he's an outside linebacker. Then Shaquem Griffin.
His wife has to look at the camera.
More
smile.
rotation guy.
Wow.
Thank you.
How do we feel about the Green Bay pick? Surprised by it. Obviously doesn't help him right now. It's a good situation for Jordan Love. Learn behind Aaron Rodgers, so they might be solid for the future. The only thing I really don't like is that they really need to trade up over those teams. I guess they were worried about some other team trading up, but I was just confused about the trade up for that pick.
What does Baltimore need?
They could use an inside linebacker. They can use an outside, which would be a pass rusher in their scheme, or they can use a receiver. Or a guard, too. I think this is going to be – I like the fit of Mims for them, but it could be Patrick Queen as well. This could be Denzel Mims or Patrick Queen.
If you had your money on one.
Well, it could be Okwara and Zach Bond, too, but those are my 3 and 4th options. I think they're all fits. My money would be on Denzel Mims or Queen. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Mims. That's
Mimsy.
It's a toss up there, though.
Looks like a terrible movie.
I think it's a show.
Don't care. Never gonna see it.
Jesus Christ.
Woof.
Woof.
Buzz's girlfriend.
Woof.
Pete, you're one pick away. How you feeling? You feeling trade back still?
Yeah, I don't know.
That Trevon Diggs looking pretty good there. Diggs, my guy of the draft there. My guy of the draft was going to be Terrell Lewis because the injuries, kind of went with.
Pick us in for the Baltimore Ravens.
Pick us in. They took the bottom line away from us. Yeah, I would love Diggs for anybody at this point, but for the Titans, that would be big time. But then they do have Adoree Jackson and Malcolm Butler, both which got hurt at some point last year. Well, Malcolm Butler, he missed for the whole season?
Second half.
Second half of the season? Adoree Jackson, he missed for, 4 or 5 games? So that would be good. And then Butler's not going to be around for, a while longer. So, but then the question of, can one of those guys play slot?
Adoree's going to play in a slot then.
I'd be a big fan. I'd be a big fan of that secondary because it feels like Adoree, though, is better at covering, sideline now down the field, but I mean he's quick enough to play in a slot, I believe, and physical enough for his size. I would like that secondary a lot. They just got to stay healthy. Diggs is the first-round pick there all day. I mean, the Ravens love their cornerbacks. They can go that route, even though they may have the best duo in football. Seems like they always take a corner when we're least expecting it, and they just end up having the best duo in football. Thoughts on Broncos taking Jeudy? Love it. It's great. 10:30.
Late one.
It's usually. I think
it's commercials. These
No, I think it's usually. Would think it's about 11 o'clock by now.
Started late.
Yeah, they were at least 30 minutes late.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's. I guess we still got some picks. Not too many though.
Is anyone trading back in?
I can see the Titans taking Antoine Winfield. I can just see it.
Play him at slot.
I can see
No,
it.
let him drop. Let him drop, man. Let him drop.
What's he got to play for the Bears?
Safety.
Yeah, he's similar to Eddie Jackson.
I think they can make it work with Winfield. I wouldn't see like Delpit. I definitely would not see with them.
I saw him playing in the box.
Queen seems happy.
He does everything.
Patrick Queen seems happy.
He's
And
smirking.
Plays
The
nickelback.
headphones is the giveaway because anytime somebody was talking to somebody, they put the headphones on.
He's got Ed. He's got Ed O.
Go Doug.
Go Tigers.
Is his nose like super red to you guys? Or
Yep.
He's got the Rona.
he probably
That's what it does to you?
I don't-
Claudius looks like he's like 34 years old.
He probably is.
He's getting up there.
He probably is.
He's right there somewhere. I don't know if he's 34, but
I thought he was younger than that. I
Like
thought he was
32.
definitely- Jeez.
I'm excited to be a part of the family. Let's welcome our newest member to the Baltimore Ravens. We're ready to go, and let's get it.
Let's get it.
Go
Let's
Tigers.
get Go Doug.
Ravens pick, ladies and gentlemen.
No fans for the Ravens.
On and off the field. The Walter Payton Man of the Year Award is our highest honor.
Yeah, we know.
And you, Clay, are truly a role model to all of us. And congratulations on being a Raven. With the 28th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Patrick Queen,
Patrick Queen.
linebacker,
He was
LSU.
smirking that snake.
They kind of gave it away, showing him.
Well, I guess it's not a surprise that we're
Patrick Queen.
Alabama and LSU
So they get their inside linebacker. They've been losing quite a few of them over the last couple of years.
plays when they mattered most.
They get their linebacker.
Oh, we're on the clock.
Oh, Pete.
What are they doing, Pete?
Get him, Peter.
What do you think they're?
I
What
need
do
a
you
good
think they're up
reaction
to?
out of you. We
Patrick
need- we
Queen,
need
11th
live-
best player at the time. The thing with Patrick Queen is, good player. I think he's got a lot of upside because he came into LSU as a running back, actually, and they switched him to linebacker and pretty productive, pretty good in a short amount of time there. You look at the national championship game, Patrick Queen looked like a top 10 pick, and that's when everyone starts moving up the board. But you kind of go back and watch the rest of the year, and you kind of get the late first at the very
It's the national
earliest
championship.
feeling. Yeah, all the highlights will be from the national championship game. The national championship game compared to the rest of the season, here's another one, did not match. So that's the only worry. There was some games I watched where it felt like, man, a second round even, like a late second round even. Maybe we're talking early third on some tapes, but then continuing to get better throughout the year because he did have his rough tapes early on in the year. So continuing to get better. The national championship game was ridiculous. So hopefully it'll be more consistent here. Pretty good in coverage. Martindale wants to use him in the blitz packages a little more in that scheme. Could be switching some things up though, because they're starting to get the pass rush on the defensive line, so we could see a little bit of different look from them.
We got no timer over here. It's kind of scaring me.
That's what happened with the Vikings when they traded the pick. This could be a trade, like you called.
I'm going to Shefty right now.
If they pick here, what would your best possible pick be?
I don't know. You're high on Diggs. I like. I don't know. All the corners are so close. I feel like they gotta go corner. I mean, I'd take.
Now, even Blacklock would be good.
You could take Blacklock. I like the corners.
Epinesa, to put him at the end spot in 3-4.
Good.
Zach Bond definitely fits. I don't feel like they're going edge rusher, though. I think they're going with an edge rusher in free agency still.
Yeah.
And
I think they're
Jadeveon
going I
Clowney.
think they're going corner or they're trading.
How do you feel about the Vikings getting Justin Jefferson? I'm pumped about that.
Oh, I thought you were asking us again.
How do you guys feel? I'm just
We
reading.
feel pretty good.
We feel good.
I'm feeling good about it. Was
us.
not expecting him there. So you got to be happy with that. Kind of replaced Diggs, young guy, and we have another pick here. We gained picks, and we still have another pick. I was going to be disappointed if we were picking in the second round instead of twice in the first, but
Oh, there's a clock.
there's a clock. 3:22 and rolling. Pete was feeling the Titans trading back with this. Wild card here. Where'd they go? Josh Jones.
Good.
Just thought he can play right tackle or guard, which they could use him in either spot, really. I figured Josh Jones could be gone by this point.
Yeah, I could see him doing it.
Ezra Cleveland was supposed to go. That could be the Vikings pick.
Hugs.
Tennessee Titans. Who do I think the Vikings are picking? It's either corner, which could be Jalen Johnson, Christian Fulton. I think they'll pass on Diggs.
behind him?
What the hell? And
This
what
was
is he
free.
doing, too? Quit playing with your dinghy.
He's playing with his wee-wee.
That's probably someone from Barstool over there.
Oh, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, the Vikings would be Jalen Johnson, Christian
Oh,
Fulton,
pick
Josh Jones,
six.
Ezra Cleveland,
Isn't
Robert
his
Hunt.
last
That was
throw
his
the
last
Patriot?
throw as a Patriot. Earl's gonna get stiff armed twice. Earl.
Not
Oh,
one.
boy.
Earl.
Not two.
Jump pass. Oh.
Tractor Cedo.
Dennis Kelly.
Who is better, Jeudy or Lamb? I had Lamb higher on my board, but I like the fit.
Pick is in.
I like the
Pick is
Jeudy.
in.
The Jeudy fit for the Broncos.
Stand up.
When
Stand up.
we were live when they were on the clock, I said Jeudy was more of a.
Oh, what is this?
That's a picture. I thought it was a video, and everyone's just so still.
Why is he wearing a Patriots jersey?
It's a Pro Bowl.
It's a Vrabel Pro Bowl jersey.
Looks so funny.
I guess his,
What's his
I
hair?
guess his kid.
It is his kid. He looks just like him, but he looks hilarious.
Stand up. No,
Dell's not up there
I know.
yet. What are you doing?
Justin was telling me to stand up. Danny was telling me to stand up.
Oh.
Sorry. Scotty was telling me to stand up.
I didn't say anything.
Make up your mind.
Yeah, throw it everything
Yeah,
out.
he literally said every single
Um,
position.
Offensive
might be
line.
going with somebody
Wouldn't be
on the
surprised
offensive
another
side.
weapon.
I mean, it's
or
kind of,
the-
it's, yeah, I mean, but at the same time, they could go Diggs. They could go O-line, like we said. They could go Blacklock.
He's probably reacting to himself. That's your franchise, man. You're just gonna let him do that?
What? Huh?
P, you should get
Just
that
freeze
outfit
the
that
background?
guy was wearing.
Here it is.
All right, here we go.
Pete.
Get him, P.
Oh, my
wow.
God. Oh, I'm leaving.
Where's it at?
Why?
Hearts are broken.
You saw
here at the
a lot of
Goat
mocks
House.
like that, and you were just thinking it's not. No way it's gonna happen. Isaiah
Should have
Wilson.
traded back. Hearts
Yeah, I don't
are
know what
broken
he's
here.
doing.
Upset fans, happy families.
We heard Isaiah Wilson can go late first. I wasn't feeling the Titans, though, because they just signed Dennis Kelly to play right tackle, but they feel that they upgraded perhaps there. So Kelly's going to be paid handsomely to be a backup, I think. Unless they think guard for one of these guys. I don't know, though.
He's got good leverage.
Dolphins are on the clock. This was the Packers' pick. There was a trade. Take Isaiah Wilson off the board here. He was down there a little bit.
Brian got my reaction.
40 seconds.
I was heartbroken. I was disappointed.
He got it?
Yeah.
He clipped it?
He clipped it.
What a beast.
Disappointed.
Yeah, you saw mocks like that. You weren't buying it. I wasn't really buying it either.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's why. I know they picked him because he's just like a mauler in a dominant run blocker. That's just like that's what they love to do. Yeah, I know that's what they love to do, but.
Well, the good news is, losing Conklin you might not feel that anymore, but the bad news is you paid Kelly a decent amount for being a backup. Unless the plan is to move one of them to guard, I don't know. I see Josh Jones there, and Josh Jones, the best available offensive lineman. I think you definitely can move him to guard, worst case scenario, and he can play at a high level there. See if the Dolphins double up. They took Austin Jackson. See if they take Josh Jones now. They could go multiple different routes here, though.
Nate Washington. All right,
Huh?
Nate Washington too. This like a Titans pick.
All right then.
All right.
Well, okay.
So it's like underwhelming, to be honest.
It's okay, Pete. You still have Henry and Tannehill.
We do. But what are we doing at corner over here?
You got time. Won't be streaming tomorrow. Just do day one for this. Go to our Twitter. There's a link in the description. I'll be live tweeting all the picks, instant grades. If I think they're great, they're terrible. We'll talk about who's available, who should come off the board here. So you want to follow that Twitter and follow that the rest of the way here. But we're going to have videos. There's going to be a video up tonight still. I'm going to work on a video tonight who I thought won and lost the day. A lot of teams won. We're going to, kind of defeats the purpose if we list everybody. So the biggest winners, biggest losers tomorrow, earlier on tomorrow, I'm going to grade every first round pick, and we're going to have a day 2 mock draft. So three videos to come before day 2 starts, and then working on that a lot. So then we'll just be live on Twitter there. So why teams passing on Mims? They view the other ones as more of a fit because there are just as good of receivers, even if you have Mims ahead of them. Kind of like the Vikings felt Jefferson was more of a fit, just like the Eagles felt Reagor was more of a fit. It makes sense in a way. Mims is talented, though. He's super talented. He should definitely go in the first round. So should Diggs. The other ones aren't too surprising, but they're still first-round talent there for sure. Jalen Johnson, Christian Fulton still there. Man, Vikings are sitting in a pretty good spot there. They're going to have some guys to choose from here, even though they traded back.
Chris Sims says Mike Vrabel going to play defense and run the ball. Didn't think Isaiah Wilson would go this early, but I totally get the logic for the Titans. This kid was the top 45 pick, and there's not a lot of people built like this on earth. He's a big boy, but yeah, he shouldn't have been 29.
Pick is in. The pick is in.
Justin Herr's a first-class bus.
Chase Young.
Give us the dad rolling on the floor.
Justin Jefferson. Blue suit. Why blue? Tua Tagovailoa. So easy to say, and Rodgers can't get it. He just can't get it. It's going to happen with Trent Williams. Could be a trade tomorrow. Could be an Ngakoue trade tomorrow. Could be a Trent Williams trade tomorrow. Maybe Leonard Fournette as well. Williams, I like the Browns. Chargers. We heard about the Vikings. I don't know about the Vikings, though, for them. I think Browns, Chargers seems leading the way, perhaps.
Is this going to be a receiver off the board here?
Should go Winfield, but
Could be, but they could go McKinney, too. Number of things they can go with here. Man, Mel's got Michael Pittman, best receiver available.
yeah, DeAndre Swift and Dobbins is first rounders pretty much.
Mel's a goofball. What 3 teams would you see going for Hurts?
Saints.
I don't know about the Saints. Raiders, perhaps. Steelers.
Saints, Steelers.
It'll be big time tomorrow if the Colts can get Jacob Eason. It'll be big time. And get one of these receivers. Somehow get both.
Who'd you have higher on your board, Isaiah Wilson or Austin Jackson?
I had Austin Jackson higher.
Oh boy.
My problem with the Georgia tackles, like they're good, but it's just you see them both on the same side a lot. We saw that they're double teaming guys. You see the tight ends helping them double team guys, so it's kind of a mystery. Good run blocker, obviously. And you can't really judge him on pass protection too, because it was like a one-step drop, throw a 2-yard slant every single time.
That dude is huge.
Jonathan Taylor,
Yeah.
he's a fumbler. J.K. Dobbins, I feel like, is bigger.
Get another shot, man.
Got him a shot.
But Clyde Edwards-Helaire is my number 1 back.
No, go to Goodell.
Pete's just so sad.
Right now, the Packers are number 1 trending.
Oh. Vikings get Justin Jefferson and we get Isaiah Wilson? What the hell are we doing?
We traded Russell Westbrook? Chris Paul?
We get Isaiah Wilson? I hate Isaiah Wilson. No, I don't hate Isaiah Wilson.
He's your favorite player.
Oh, he's probably won't even start week 1.
The Dolphins going here. Another lineman? Josh Jones, perhaps?
There we go.
Oh my
Wow.
God. Dolphins are trying to blow it now.
Yeah. They're gonna play Igbo in the slot. I wasn't expecting somebody to take him to play him in the slot, but that's what they're gonna do because they have Byron Jones and Howard. You know, they have one of the best corner duos in football. Maybe they want to move on from Howard. That's possible, but I think he's a real good young corner with a bright future. Igbo was a former receiver 2 years ago, switched to corner, so he has upside. His movement seems to be there already. Technique seems to be there already for a corner. He does do a lot of grabbing and a lot of receiver kind of. He's too focused on the receiver a lot. Kind of receiver chasing. So he has some work to do at the cornerback position, which he's only been there for 2 years. But they're going to put him in a slot. But man, you think Winfield or as a slot, I would have preferred Kevon Wallace, but that's a surprising pick right there. I thought Igbo a little sloppy. I thought he was a second-round pick. So the Dolphins they get Tua, can take a breath there. You were a little worried, but that was good. But and they get him at 5 without trading up. But
pick is in for the
Vikings.
What are they doing?
But yeah, some reaches for the Dolphins after that. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
Igbo 34th best available at the time here. Yeah.
Throwing balls.
He's just, you see what I mean? He's kind of focused on the receiver too much, just doing a little receiver. He's fast enough, but he seems to be chasing the receiver too much with his bat. Can't get his head turned. He needs his head on a swivel a little better. He's an athlete. He's got upside. They're going to put him at slot corner, I think, unless they trade Howard. But that's surprising. That's a surprising pick right there. 2 surprising picks by the Dolphins. Vikings, this could be one of the corners, Jalen Johnson, Christian Fulton, which should have went much higher than who just went. It could be Josh Jones, would be great for them. Robert Hunt, a lot of options. Robert Hunt would play right guard for them. Ross Blacklock fits. I think they may view other needs more. Gross Matos possible. Do they double up on receivers? Not gonna do it. That'd be wild.
Get away from the camera, woman.
Yeah, the Dolphins started off the day with that. Didn't have to trade up for Tua, and they still got him. And now they got confusing on me. Trying to figure out what the Vikings do. We got 2 Ezra Cleveland too, 3 offensive linemen are possibilities. It's another really can't miss spot for the Vikings, I feel like. There's Rick.
Zimmer Ridge Ranch.
Oh, yeah.
Get that hard on.
With the 31st pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Jeff Gladney,
Jeff Gladney.
TCU.
Got their corner.
Riz, tell us a little bit about Jeff Gladney.
You got a physical corner, not afraid to come up and hit, can play in the slot, can play outside as well. Yeah, very athletic. You had a good combine. Look at that. Goes up and attacks the ball. Had a feeling this was a Zimmer guy. You just kind of had a feeling here. Leaves the zone, makes the play.
That's a good play.
He's had a few plays that were similar to that.
Oh, see ya.
Oh my God.
I would have taken Gladney.
Gladly.
Just takes it. He just takes it.
He was mid-drop hammer when he just had the ball. Dropping as a hammer.
You dropped the ball early?
He might have.
Better coach him up on that.
Jefferson and Gladney, a good day for the Vikings there. Gladney right there with Jalen Johnson. Yeah, Johnson, Gladney, Fulton, all right in the same row right there. The corners are so close. Even the ones that were a little surprised taken early. Igbo was very surprising, though. A little bit of a reach.
Chiefs are on the clock.
And the Chiefs are on the clock. Last pick of the first round. Who do you guys think it's going to be? So Denzel Mims is going to be. This got to be Trevon Diggs. I mean, Mims is going to be a second round pick. Is what I was going to say. That's wild. But this has got to be Diggs. If they feel they're not going to have Chris Jones long term, which is a possibility, then Ross Blacklock is a good replacement. That's it. It's Diggs or Blacklock for the Chiefs. Diggs or Blacklock. I mean, anything else? Jalen Johnson, Christian Fulton. I mean, not too far off from Diggs there, so can't be upset with those. But really, I mean, Diggs, Blacklock, good fits, good players right there. They beat us with Matt Moore.
I'm just glad I didn't see the 2017 NFL draft graphic they always brought up with Mitch.
Or the NFC playoff picture.
Is Andy mid-bite right now?
I think he's chewing gum.
Old school watch. That's a $10 watch that he's wearing right now.
I think the best possible pick for the Chiefs right here is Trevon Diggs. No, it's not going to keep going. It ends. This is the last pick for today. Rounds 2 and 3 tomorrow. We'll be covering on Twitter. It's a big time pick if they pick up Trevon Diggs here. Big time. I just can't believe Mims and Diggs could possibly be second round picks. Even Blacklock.
Hey man, it's Booger McFarland,
man. Think about this.
Your book's onto something. Yeah, it's possible. It could take Blacklock for a future Chris Jones replacement there.
Think they got their pick. Stacking the paper. Yep, there
Pick
it
is in for the Chiefs, the last one of the day. Like I said, the best possible pick and one of the better picks I think would be in the whole first round would be Trevon Diggs right here. But Blacklock, can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong really with Jalen Johnson or Christian Fulton either.
They need more speed?
Sure about that? Actual letter grades for each of these picks will be early on tomorrow, but tonight I'll have the biggest winners and biggest losers. So, like, real quick, kind of who stood out the most. You know, there's all kinds really, but just kind of get to the biggest winners, biggest losers. So that'll be a quick one tonight, and then the grades for each of the picks early on tomorrow. Most likely, that's how I'll do it here.
I know you mentioned Chris Jones. They're going to put the franchise tag on him. That could get awkward, but I'm not sure if there's someone.
Or we can do the opposite. We're probably gonna go with the.
He's watching himself on TV.
Yep.
Love to see it.
A little nicked up in the postseason as well, but he was healthy enough to get things going. So the Kansas City Chiefs are close to closing out.
How'd they put that on the building?
How do they do that? Who put that there?
Where will the champs go?
Here we go.
With the 32nd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs select Clyde Edwards.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's my running back one.
Wow.
That's my running back one. Anytime I put him as RB1 in the draft, people let me have it. They're saying no way he's going first. Best back in the draft. Pete had it. Pete had it in a mock draft. Anytime I had it in a mock, even if it was early second, people just let me have it. Like nowhere near RB1. I told you. He's going to be good with the Chiefs. He's going to be real good with the Chiefs. Best possible pick for me was Trevon Diggs, but
He is friends with Darius Geis, though.
is he?
Yeah.
Since age 6.
Yeah.
We needed to know that badly. Edwards-Helaire is going to be good with the Chiefs there. Best back in the draft, no question.
Clyde Edwards is his biological father, but in 2000 he was arrested and sentenced to 30 years in prison when Clyde was 11 months old. Clyde's mother met Shannon Helaire and eventually became a stepfather to Clyde, and he kept both of their names to honor both of them for what they meant. Boog, we talked about it. What a fit for the offense Andy Reid and company like to run.
Well, it's definitely a scheme fit. You think about Clyde Edwards-Helaire last year in the LSU offense. It's going to be
Quick.
a very similar offense with Patrick Mahomes. He can cut inside and outside as far as high.
I saw 15 on Clemson on defensive end get worked in all these highlights. Every time somebody's got a highlight against Clemson, he was getting worked.
Yeah, they lost all their starters on that line there.
Oh.
Yeah. One of the best route running backs I've ever seen, and he's got the strength, got the vision. Joe Burrow's on record multiple times saying the best player he's ever played with, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I mean, he's played with Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that whole offensive line. He says Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the best player he's ever played with. Alabama game was nuts. That's Diggs' problem. He tried to strip the ball instead of tackling.
Love to see it.
No doubt, Lewis, and to me, when I watched him, I compared him to Priest Holmes. I haven't seen so much of him in the AFC when I was scouting. And how about that? Chiefs fans, they know what they're getting with what they had with Priest Holmes. I think this is another version of what Priest was able to do on those Chiefs teams. He is going to be a high-volume pass catcher in this offense, right? Yeah, listen, you want to talk about it, and Lewis Riddick said this.
Brad sent me that. He says Ann hasn't moved for the last 6 picks.
Tell him to get out of here.
We're getting tired. We're getting tired out here.
Yeah.
I love the Edwards-Helaire pick for the Chiefs there. Pete had it. You had it.
I had it.
You didn't have Isaiah Wilson to your Titans, though. You didn't have that one.
I don't ever get mad at Titans like at John Robinson at all.
Yeah, he's been doing real good.
I
So
like his picks usually, but I do not.
it's not
agree
really
with
the
this.
pick, maybe. It's more just they're going to have Dennis Kelly on the bench with that money.
No,
No? That's what it is for me.
Isaiah Wilson's not going to start week 1. I guarantee it.
Yeah. That concludes it.
That brings us to the conclusion around
You're close enough. I'll give it to you.
Conclusion somehow. Concluded.
Yeah. I mean, just turn Roger down. I mean, who stood out the most to you guys? Round 1. What stood out the most, you say?
Like,
Packers taking a quarterback.
yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. Or what, like
definitely the
best pick maybe?
Well,
I think it's got to be
CeeDee
CeeDee Lamb, the Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb and
Oh,
Justin
yeah.
Jefferson for me.
the Dolphins really surprised me with those reaches on those
Yeah.
picks. The Falcons taking A.J. Terrell. More of the Raiders taking Damon Arnett.
Yeah.
The run on corners happened. The run on receivers, off tackles all happened. Strange order. You got Denzel Mims
Well,
still
I
left.
thought the corners went off weird. I mean, we kind of figured that, but like
Diggs and Fulton and Jalen Johnson still
that's
left.
what I mean. Those guys are bad. Those guys are still left.
They're better than some
Yeah,
guys
that's
that
what I
went.
think.
Yeah.
I wanted like Fulton or Diggs or Jalen Johnson. That's who I kind of wanted for us.
Yeah.
Or Gladney.
Maybe a Jalen Johnson, since he had the injury this year, maybe teams are worried about that. He participated in the combine though, so yeah, some surprising picks tonight. Tonight I'll go over biggest winners and biggest losers. Won't cover every team in that. Tomorrow early on, I will do grades for every single first round pick. We'll grade each one, and I'll do a day 2 mock draft as well tomorrow before it all starts. So 3 videos on the way before day 2 starts still. Really enjoyed doing this. Apologize for the stream going down a couple times. We got to fix though. But thanks for anybody who joined us and donated. Really appreciate it. Yeah, stay tuned for those videos. You're going to want to follow that Twitter. You see it in the bottom right. You see it in the comments. Goathouse NFL. We're going to be live tweeting the entire rest of the draft, my thoughts. It's definitely a must follow, even for the rest of the offseason and the regular season as well. So go follow that. You won't miss a thing there. But thanks for joining us. That's going to do it for us.